Yo, what is up, everybody? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Anime Nights, episode number 16. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight, okay, in the world of anime. One of my favorite things to do every week, I always say that, is to chop it up with you guys, hang out with you folks in the chat, and discuss what it is that we came to discuss, which is anime and everything that's going on with it. Make sure you hit the like button if you have not already done so. And yeah, we'll jump right into it. So far, so good, man. A lot of folks are enjoying like the winter season, man. Winter season is actually heating up right now. Okay, we're gonna talk about Jack of all trades, party of none. A lot of people were sleeping on that for the most part. But then all of a sudden, this thing just turned a corner, and now it's like this show is getting really, really interesting. We'll also bring up Sentenced to be a Hero. That one is looking like it's going to be absolute fire. Every episode just builds upon the last and it's getting better. So I'm enjoying Sentenced to be a Hero. I also am enjoying what was the other one? Dead Account, which I kind of thought that one was going to, kind of fizzle after the first couple of episodes, but it's starting to heat up as well. We got Demon Slayer news, and it might be good news, it might be bad news, depending on where you're coming from. So we got that to discuss, along with a birthday, a special birthday for Hiroshi Fujioka. All right, and Name is going to break that down for us. But yeah, let's go ahead and bring the fellas out. They are here hanging out in the back. First up, we do have Name. What's up, Name? How's it going, bro?
Yo, what's up, DA? Good evening. How
always
you been?
Got his shades on in the house, man. How you always wearing these sunglasses indoors? It's crazy, man. It's crazy,
bro.
Man,
come on, I got a aura farm for the stream.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I love it, man. Also, we got Stacy Gardner in the house. What's up, Stacy? How's it going, brother?
Hey, it's going good, guys. I just got home from work not too long ago. Have some good pizza. I'm ready for the show.
Yep. Oh, by the way, everybody, it will be a Wendy's night for me because I am hungry. I haven't eaten since maybe about 12 noon, and it is 9 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, man, I got caught up in, all right, now it's time to eat. So I will be getting some Wendy's. At some point in time in the stream, Wendy's will be arriving, and then, I will dip away. But the fellas will hold it down for me while I'm gone. And then, of course, we got Angel, the casual reviewer. Angel, how's it going, man?
What up?
Cool to say what's
How's
up.
Everybody doing tonight?
There we go. We good, bro. We good. Hey, what have you guys been like? Like right now, I think we're about halfway through, coming up about halfway mark of the winter season. And we'll discuss it a little bit later, but I don't know, man. Like this winter, I mean, it started out great. I feel like some of these later episodes, with the exception of a couple, have been kind of struggling. How are you guys feeling about winter season right now?
I kind of agree with that because it's been like hard, but then I'm going on some of the recommendations that you and Name dropped to me, like Sins to be a Hero, Jack of all trades. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm happy with these. I can deal with these with what they're going on. And Fire Force, it looks like it's about to hit a crescendo because it actually looks like it's about to hit its end. And I'm just liking all the twists and turns they're pulling out on that.
Yeah, Fire Force I haven't been caught up with it, but Fire Force has always been one of my top animes that I watch. I've been digging into, obviously Sentenced to be a Hero, Jack of all trades, Hell's Paradise. To me, like those are the ones that I'm kind of focused on. I know Frieren is great and it's just there, but I've been trying to really like focusing on the stories of these other ones, and I'm really enjoying where those three are at. Jack of all trades, Sentenced to be a Hero, and Hell's Paradise. It's kind of where I'm at right now with it. Angel got the Fire Force behind him. Are you caught up with that one, Angel?
I'm almost done. I'm on season 3. I think I'm on like episode 8 or 9. So I'm almost done. That's shaping up to be really good. I'm waiting for that ending to be. So far, they are surprising me with some of the characters that are changing as far as, sides and some of the deaths. I'm not, spoiling anything, but, some of the deaths that happen as well. So far it's been really interesting. I'm enjoying it. But in regards to your question about the winter, I haven't had an issue with the winter. Maybe for me, it's because it's like my first year of really getting into anime. So it's like the suggestions that you guys are giving me has been keeping me entertained throughout the winter. So I have not watched anything that I could sit here and say, I'm bored. I don't really want to watch this. So I've been entertained so far this winter.
Okay. And name, look, I already know without mentioning My Hero Academia.
Boys,
without mentioning that, can you tell us anything that you enjoying?
Do I even gotta say it? Do I even gotta say it?
You know why? You know why.
That shit is heating. This shit is heating up, bro. This shit is heating up, bro. But to be for real for a second, like, I agree with you guys. It is like, we saw the lineup in the beginning. We were like, oh shit, this is all gonna be banging. We got like JJK season 3, Fire Force final season. We had Frieren season 2. What else? Oshinoko, and then like a ton of others. And then like now it's just kind of like we're getting into that midway point where it's either like it's kind of like slow burning or it's like hitting like a peak, as we're seeing with Senses to Be a Hero, Jack of All Trades, and I would say Fate Strange Fake is like kind of getting there too. And after this like Aizawa arc ends for My Hero Vigilantes, it's gonna go crazy as well. So it's kind of like a mixed bag, but I am enjoying it. It's like a really good thing to like detach myself from like the crazy news in the world. I just turn on the anime, just get lost in a realm of fantasy, and like we're chilling. Like
that's the beauty of it all, isn't it, man? Just getting lost, in that moment. And speaking of getting lost, I wanted to share this, man. Just a couple of little pieces that I thought were absolutely hilarious. This person posted up the best Frieren cosplay. I gave it 2 thumbs up. I said, this is amazing cosplay. All right. Frieren getting stuck in the chest, getting lost. Look, like she always do. Yeah, I thought this was absolutely incredible cosplay. So whoever put that together, man, salute, man, salute.
Bro, something I love about like the anime and the cosplay community, they're always so fucking creative, dude. Like they always like find like some way to like, reference like a super like niche moment in like their favorite show. And I just like I love the effort that they put in, because getting that set up could not have been easy.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm looking at the suit and I'm like, how did they even put this together? I'm assuming the guys, like, because you can tell the legs really ain't like real legs or anything. It's not a person, but you can see his hands are just kind of like operating them from underneath or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's a hell of a cosplay, man. That's one for the ages, man. I hope I see that somewhere when I'm out at an anime convention. I'll be at Anime Matsuri and Anime Expo this year for sure. And so when I hit those, yeah, I'm gonna absolutely get a picture if I see this one, man. Because that is excellent cosplay. I can't tell what. Yeah, this doesn't look like a hall I've been in, so I don't know where they're at. But yeah, really, really good job with that. Some other anime news, and I'm not sure where you guys look. I think Brandon's got the night off. He's not gonna make it tonight. I don't know if Cyfax is gonna drop in or not, but I saw this coming back. Reborn as a vending machine, I Now Wandered the Dungeon season 3 is going to be dropping April of this year. And Name, you're smiling, you look excited. Is this something that you've been keeping up with?
Yes, sir, bro. Peak is back on the menu.
Excited.
Look, I will admit I'm slacking on season 2. I need to watch it, but bro, season 1 was like super fucking crazy. Like I watched it because of like the novelty of the idea, like a fucking vending machine isekai. I'm like, okay, let me check this out. It's actually pretty funny. Like the way like he has to deal with like threats and monsters is like really fucking insane. And because like there's another like funny thing you'll discover, because he's a vending machine, he can only speak with like pre-programmed lines. So like just watching him try to communicate with people is like hilarious. I think it's like it's worth a watch. It's no like free reign or anything, but it's like it's a good like little fun show to like keep up with if you guys have the time.
Okay. Yeah, I listen, man. I love a good isekai type But I mean, this looks so bizarre, man. Like reborn as a vending machine. All right, we'll see. So maybe it's something that I'll check in with and get into that, man. Let's bring on Cyfax. Cyfax, he was here and then he left. All right, maybe he's got to come back. We'll try to get him back in. Cyfax, if you're out there, come on through. All right, well, let's just go ahead and jump into the main topics. Everybody, thank you for being here. Hustle Bones just checked in. What's up? I see Sergeant Garantina, Lieutenant Garantina in the house as well. Everybody else, thank you all for your support. This is gonna be a rough show for me, man. I feel like I'm so unprepared for tonight because I haven't eaten. I'm so hungry right now. It's like, you know how it is when you're hungry, man. It's like your whole head is just, your head space is just not where it needs to be.
Agreed.
I hope they don't close the Wendy's near you,
bro. Bro, what did they put in the fucking Wendy's near your house, bro? Like,
yeah, I know, right? It's like my crack cocaine, bro. I got Wendy's coming, Hustle Bones. Don't worry, man. I got it coming. It's on its way, but I have to wait. All right, where is it at, man? Let me see the food delivery.
As much as you order,
they said it'll be here by 9:30.
Those points, man. Use those points. Get your free burgers and fries, man. For real.
Yeah,
exactly.
Bro, at this point, DA, we can do a fun little thing for every stream. You should open up every stream with the poll. Will DA get Wendy's tonight? Yes or no?
Yeah. Hey, yo, Cyfax is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. What up, Cyfax? How's it going, brother?
What's up, Cyfax?
Fellas? How you guys doing tonight?
Oh man, we good, man. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man. We just getting started. Got a few topics that we're gonna hit before we get up out of here. Gary Gore, he says, I'm new to the space. Welcome, Gary. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Maybe you talked about it already, maybe you didn't, but I just saw the anime Scarlet and thought it was great. Have you guys talked about it? Yeah, already talked about it. I mean, we've mentioned it. Has anybody seen Scarlet?
I haven't got a chance to go see it yet. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Name, you have. Cyfax, you say you haven't seen it?
No, not yet.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's been in theaters for at least a week, if not longer. And it's one that's on my list of movies to watch for sure. Name, what did you think of it?
I thought it was all right. Like I understand like what the message was about. Like there's like certain like points in the movie where like I kind of like was like a little iffy on like the way they executed and presented it. But overall, I think it was a great watch. Maybe it has to do with the fact that I caught it in like IMAX at like fucking the Glendale. No, not the Glendale, the Americana in Glendale. But I thought it was pretty good. Like if I had to give it a score, it's like 7, 8.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, everybody saw the trailers and, it smells like a girl boss. So I don't know if that's what's kind of kept me from like rushing out to watch it. But I do want to watch it and I do plan on seeing it.
Oh, no. Sure. I guarantee you, it's not a girl boss story. She gets her ass kicked like several times. So.
Okay. That's good to hear.
And anime does a pretty good job at throwing out like good female protagonists. Like some of your favorite characters end up being female characters. Like one of my favorites from Black Lagoon, Revi. Revi is a fantastic character. It's like, come on. There's amazing anime women out there. They just do it better. Like the storytelling is just simply better in anime most of the time, and it makes sense for the character. And it just, I don't know, it works.
Agreed. Like Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you first see her, you're gonna think, okay, yeah, that's a girl boss. But then as you get later into the story around the 4th arc, which is the Tower of Heaven, you start looking back on her story, and then you're like, oh, okay. Now it makes sense why she's like this. Now it makes sense why Natsu and Gray, most of the other mages in the guild are scared of her. You're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. She earned her power. Okay, cool.
Yeah, when you earn it and it's, worked into the story, it's not a girl boss, clearly, But sometimes what they do is they set the girl boss up from the beginning. Oh, she's the bestest, she's the baddest, she's the this, the that, and they just build it right in. But like you said with Urza Scarlet, yeah, she's a badass. But they give you the backstory of how she became a badass. And then you can like, okay, this is a believable character, not somebody that's just super awesome at all times. And, no issues at all, Like that's what you don't want. You don't want a character that's just kind of like, yeah, you're just like Rey from Star Wars, which is the perfect example.
Rey, or another good example is Captain Marvel, where it's like, oh, the whole time you weren't strong enough because a man was holding you down, literally. Like, like, come on, like that's their reasoning for it. In anime, it's like, sure, you can have a strong female character and you see him be badass, and you have no explanation yet. But with anime, you're gonna get one. You're gonna get some backstory. You're gonna understand why they're the captain or something like that, or they have some type of badass superpower that you haven't really seen them use yet. Like if you watch Bleach or whatever, it's like they got a bunch of badass captains that are females, and it's like they just got that power that's a little bit more. You wouldn't think it's all that good until they explain it, and you're like, oh, that's why you're the next tier up. It just makes sense. They at least explain it.
Yeah,
with
also
just give
modern Hollywood,
they don't. Character, right?
And the way they write it, it's like they write it better. Like you guys have been saying, like they're written as females that happen to have power, not females that are written like men. You know what I mean? Like some of these women that you mentioned, like they're really powerful. But I'll give you an example from Black Clover. Charlotte, like she's the captain of the Rose Knights, but she also has like that feminine side of her. So like she has like this tough side, but she also has like this feminine side. So like you have like these two like conflicting like sides, and like it creates like complex character, which is like what you get invested in and what keeps you like watching.
And here's the best thing about that. You actually want to see her see characters like Charlotte, Rosalie actually succeed in what they want to do, because you actually get to feel something there.
Yeah, you're rooting for those characters. And like in anime, some of the more male characteristics that they might give some of these characters is, hey, they like to fight and they like to maybe drink or something, but then they'll still have those couple episodes where it shows that, hey, they're actually still really feminine when they want to be. The only reason that they're acting hard and tough is because they were put in the position of captain, and it's like, hey, I still got to show out for my troops. I got to show why I'm why I earned this position. They do that. But then, you get those couple episodes where they loosen up a bit, and you're like, okay, yeah, they're still feminine. They're still this. They'll have those episodes where they go to like a dance or even like a beach episode or something, and you're like, okay, yeah, they can still be sexy when they want to be, or whatever. And anime just kind of flows naturally more into that, and stuff that we see in Hollywood doesn't. So there you go.
Let me switch gears for a little bit before we get to our first topic. This one, I saw this pop up on my feed. And this is an interesting concept, an interesting idea. We're all kind of older, but Name, you a little bit on the young side. So this one might resonate with you. Some folks are saying kids who grew up on Naruto handle stress better than the ones raised on Disney, according to the popular idea online. And I don't know how to feel about this. Listen, I didn't grow up on Naruto, obviously. I'm way too old for that. But my kids, they kind of grew up in that era. And I'm not going to lie, man, my kids can deal with some stress. And they're young Gen Z kids. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say young. They're like mid-Gen Z, right? Like my oldest is like 29. And then it's my daughter who is 28. And then I got my sons who are, in their early 20s, 23 and 22. And it just makes me wonder, it's like, our kids who grew up on anime like Naruto, are they able to better handle stress? Like, what do y'all think? Is there something about growing up with Disney? I mean, I don't know if I was considered raised on Disney, but I mean, my kids handle stress good. When they're talking about raised on Disney, who is that? Like, is that Gen X? Is that the millennials when they grew up with their Lion King and and the Disney cartoons of back in the day? Like, what do y'all think about this idea?
I think it's more like aimed towards 90 kids versus like late 2000s kids, because not like 90s and early 2000s I think kind of intermix, and then late 2000s like early 2010s or whatever. So maybe they're watching more anime, and I guess there's more stressful stuff in it quicker. But if you think about Disney stuff, a lot of it's very traumatic. We've talked about it on your channel when you talk about Disney movies and whatever. Like every story is kind of like a giant trauma story. Like it's all traumatic.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Lion King, right? Lion King, Mufasa's
boom,
death.
dad dies right off the bat. Like Bambi, mom
Bambi,
dies.
obviously,
like you're dealing with loss and stuff like that, and you're introduced to those concepts very early on. You don't understand them clearly. Like you cry because it's like, yeah, you think, oh, mom's gone, but you don't really think, like, really resonate with it till you're older. I think with this, like maybe you're dealing with stress of like the everyday because you're dealing with challenges every day instead of, you're not dealing with loss. So they might deal with stress better in an everyday setting, but I don't know if they would deal with life, like life trauma as well. Because I think Disney gave you a lot of trauma and it's like, oh, but it prepares you for it, and it shows, hey, life can go on afterwards and everything's better.
Absolutely.
With anime, it's kind of like, hey, you're going to have obstacles, but look, you can overcome them. So it's like obstacles versus trauma. Like I think that's more, so that might make sense. But I bet if they were to ask, how did you deal with the death of a loved one, Disney people would probably be able to go about it a little bit better.
I mean, I agree with Sci-Fax, but I want to add on to that a little bit. I think in regards to anime compared to Disney is a little bit more critical thinking. Just like back in our generation, DA, like, I don't know if you heard that study in regards to video games, our video games compared to what kids are playing now. Our video games had more critical thinking in the fact where we didn't have save spots. We didn't have auto save. We didn't have the maps there to be able to guide us automatically. We had to figure things out. Maybe in regards to, I would say with anime, it's more critical thinking where these kids have to wait week to week to figure out, hey, what may happen and what are the consequences. They're seeing the consequences of what is good and what is bad and how it could affect anybody both ways. You know what I mean? With Disney, you don't see that aspect. Like what Sci-Fax is saying, you're seeing the dramatic stuff, somebody getting killed, somebody getting hurt, and that's that. You know what I mean? That's something that most people are going to deal with when they're adults. But with anime, you're dealing with a friend hurting you, somebody may be lying to you, somebody may be stealing from you. So it's different things that you are dealing with on a daily basis that's making you think.
It's human drama on a different level. It's like a day-to-day human drama. Yeah.
Like I get what you're saying, and I'd like to agree with you on that, except for I've met kids that are in their 20s and hung out with some of my friends that are a little bit younger, and they're all the most, I don't know, broken, dramatic fucking people you'll ever meet in your life. I mean, maybe it's just a California thing, but these people, it's like the critical thinking is out the window. Like I know people who don't even know how to turn off the water valve to their sink to fix their sink. They're like, what is that? And it's like, it's literally right there. You just turn it to the right. And it's like these people are idiots. Like critical thinking, like that's where I would say you're wrong. Critical thinking is out the window with them. It's like
a lot of cases it
maybe there is some anime people out there that are better at it, but I just haven't met them.
What you think, Stacy?
I think it's case by case on that, but I do agree with like Naruto handled it better, because if you actually think about it, some of the stuff he grew up with, you're sitting, when you learn of that, you're like, oh damn, how do you handle that? Like, for example, he never knew his parents until he was like, what, 16?
Right. Yeah.
Then like when he always wondered, why did the village hate me? Why did the village hate me? And he met Gaara, he was like, oh, that he could have been me. I could have been him. I could have been killing everybody left and right. If somebody said, oh, you're different now, and then people see that, like, okay, there's so many ways that could go from there. That's why I think Naruto somewhat taught it better, but Disney early on had a grasp of it.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. It's the storytelling within Naruto as well. Like you said, man, he was an orphan. He really didn't know who he was. And then he deals with a whole lot of trauma early on. What are your thoughts on that?
I think, I've read like a few volumes in Naruto. I haven't seen it, but like I've seen the clips and like my friends are fans of it. I think I agree with what you guys are saying, but I also think it's also like from a cultural perspective, people who grew up like on anime wasn't always as cool as it was, guys. I like, look, you guys are like a little older, like, for me personally, anime was like, you know, you got laughed at if you liked anime. You got laughed at if you liked Power Rangers past a certain
Oh
age.
no, we did.
So, like,
we absolutely got laughed.
so-
we didn't
so it's just
tell
like-
people we liked anime until we were in our late 20s, man. Like
Exactly,
guys.
Like, you know,
Exactly.
I told everybody
Part
before
of
the
it-
show started, it was a Wendy's night.
It
Wendy's
just showed
has
up.
Just arrived. Wendy's has
Yes,
just
sir.
arrived.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
keep the conversation going. I will return.
No, but just continue what I said. You know, maybe like the story and the themes, of course, that plays a part in it. But I also think it's like the culture because of like, you know, the bullying that some people endured over like these things. And it's, of course, like Stacey Gardner said, it's always like a case by case basis. But like back then, like, you know, I was laughed at for like, you know, when we did these little things on book fairs. I don't know if you guys went through that too. I'm pretty sure you did. But I was laughed at because I picked like the Marvel encyclopedia at a book fair instead of like the popular book that everyone else was like reading. And then, like, a few years later, everyone's
Underpants and
watching the-
Goosebumps for me, man. Like
Man.
Bro, I read that shit too, bro.
heavy reading.
Damn, that
dude.
shit is like no, but yeah, like, and then a few years later, the MCU started popping up and everyone was watching it. And then I'm seeing the same thing right now. You know, like I liked like Power Rangers like way later into the grades than like everyone else. Everyone grew out of it and out the first grade. And then, you know, I was getting clowned on for like having a Power Rangers backpack because like my parents couldn't afford to buy me a new one at the time, so I just had to rock with it for the whole like year. And then like come like, you know, a few years ago, like, you know, and especially recently, like the people started making like cool Power Ranger edits on TikToks like to like rap music, and everyone's
man,
like sharing and like sending that shit to me. And then I'm like, bro,
The
original
Pink Ranger made boys into men, man. I'm telling you. Like
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. It was the Yellow Ranger for me. I don't know about the pink one.
I got to agree with Angel on this one. Trini was the better one.
Nah, Pink Ranger.
Bro, y'all gotta
Sorry,
start. You gotta check out some of these new seasons, bro. They got some baddies, bro. And that's not even getting to Sentai, bro. Sentai, oh.
I'm sorry. I never knew I liked Asian women until I saw Trini. I was like, ooh, hello.
Bro, Stacy, I hear
Dude,
you,
she's
brother.
like
If
she's
she
like
ain't
the most like
bro,
basic looking Asian woman too.
Hey,
come on,
she
come on,
worked for me.
Cyber.
Okay.
That's like
If she ain't Asian, we
basic
ain't
Asian
blazing,
woman
bro.
number 3, and you're just like, I'm sold. I'm sold. Like, what are you talking about?
Hey, she
All
was
right,
the only
guys.
one that was actually in a real movie after leaving
Yes,
the Power
she-
Wait, who are
Rangers.
y'all talking about?
Didn't she pass away real young too?
Yeah, she passed
No,
away.
no. She
She was in
she
The
died.
Crow.
Yeah, she did.
She died in a car accident.
Like a
Yeah,
car
thank you.
accident,
Car
right?
accident, yeah.
The driver of the car was drunk and they basically went off one of the bridges.
Who are y'all talking
Yeah,
about?
I apologize for that.
The Yellow Ranger from Power Rangers. The Asian one.
Oh, okay.
That she was in
Oh,
The
she
Crow.
died in a car accident.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is going to be extremely unprofessional, but I'm about to eat this Frosty while we talk.
The
Did you
only
ever
thing
get that
unprofessional
sandwich?
about it is you didn't bring enough for the class, dude.
I did not bring enough for the class. I'm sorry.
We all want
All
a
right,
frosty
guys.
right now.
Look, we got a couple of soups that just dropped in. We got a super sticker. Hail to Dragon Master Zero, who drops a $10 super sticker. Let me jump in here. Let me see what this super sticker is all about. It is a hippo falling out of a chair, or falling in the chair and destroying the chair. And it says wrecked. Yep, the hippo absolutely wrecked the chair. Why is the hippo in the chair? I have no idea. And then we also got a gifted membership from Draconis. Thank you very much, Draconis, for dropping that gifted membership. Remember, if you got a gifted, you can always watch the nightcaps on the replay and all of the member videos that we got up in that particular category. Thank you very much, Draconis. Thank you very much, Dragon Master Zero, for the 10. Let's give these guys some love for their support before we move on to the first topic. Here you go. That was for the gift. And of course, we got to give some love to Dragon Master Zero. for the $10 super sticker, a little All Might for your life. Thank you very much, everybody. All right. Got a little bit of bad news for Kadokawa. Their profit has fallen 60% after the company prioritized new anime adaptations instead of sequels to their popular IPs. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think that we need to get new stuff, but at the same time, I can understand, like, hey, we got to have some sort of a, if you got a popular IP, you should be trying to lean in on that bad boy, right? Let's get to season 2, season 3. What I hate about some of these anime shows is you get 12 episodes of a season and then it's done. And then it's like, okay, can we get another 12 next year since you shortened the first season to 12 episodes instead of like a normal, like 24 episodes, something like that. It's like, hey, can we get season 2 next year? No, we'll get to season 2 in 2 years from now. And by the time you get to the sequel, you've already forgotten it. And you got to go back and rewatch it all the way over again. I think that's a major problem that a lot of, not just anime, I mean, we're seeing that in mainstream Hollywood entertainment as well. But yeah, that's not a good sign for Kadokawa to fall off like that. Thoughts, gentlemen? We'll start with Sci-Fax and work our way up. What do y'all think?
It's kind of crazy that anime, when you look back on it, it's like they would always kind of have these weird hiatus periods, but it's because you understood they were usually drawing or they had to use whatever stuff they had available to them. Nowadays, everything it should be faster in theory. And so it's weird to see like a regression in not just anime, but also, we talk about Hollywood stuff. And it's kind of weird to watch like Hollywood stuff kind of go almost the way of anime. It's like, why are you taking 2 to 3 years to do 8 episodes for 45 minutes when you used to be able to do 24 episodes a year? Like your hiatus was whatever freaking season came up. You're like, oh man, we got to wait till the end of fall, and now we get to start our show again. You used to have like literally a season. It would be like, okay, here's a 3-month hiatus, and boom, right back at it. And it's like anime, at least I could understand when it was done the way it was done before. There was a lot more hand drawn, and I'm sure they were throwing a little bit more technology into it as it progressed and everything. But it's like we're further than that now, and I'm sure they're trying to find ways to blend AI into it, and I really hope they don't really mess with that too much. But it's like I almost think it's probably a consolidation of like, hey, because we have access to stuff like this, we need less people. It's like, no, you need more people working on this stuff to produce it faster, to keep people there. And they're more than likely they're cutting their staffs. This is my guess. They're cutting their staffs too short, and now you got people that are overworked doing worse work, and you're getting less stuff because no one's getting anything done. And that seems to be the case. Like that's my guess, and I want to be surprised if I'm right. Like.
So I'm putting up some of the top titles, and you can see ReZero, Starting Life in Another World. This one is one of the top Kadokawa animes. Excuse me. You got Oshinoko in there. You got The Overlord. You got Rising of the Shield Hero, Eminence in Shadow, which I've been told is amazing. I still haven't seen it. Cleva Test as well. Konosuba. Why not focus on some of these heavy, big time titles instead of introducing a lot of new titles? What are your thoughts on that, Angel?
I don't know. I mean, me hearing this story, it sounds like they kind of had the Marvel effect, that they were just too concerned about new content more than capitalizing on that, content that they currently have, having an even mixture of both things. Like, you have to have an even mixture regardless. There's nothing wrong with you putting out new things, but those new contents are not always going to hit as well as the old things hit. So you want to try to put something new in front of, the old, or vice versa, to be able to just at least catapult something to have some interest for the the audience out there. So to me, it's just strange that they didn't try to do that. It just sounded like they just followed Marvel's pattern and just threw out a whole bunch of new stuff that nobody really asked for or really cared too much about, and now they're suffering, regarding profit about it. So it's a sad thing to hear, but hopefully they'll be able to get back and at least, start a new program, a new plan. They need to be able to even it out.
Yeah, this guy Jancho said this could be this could be good news. Maybe Kadokawa will learn from this and prioritize ReZero, which is their biggest moneymaker. And so this is the top 10 best-selling titles with Kadokawa. And you can, I don't know if you guys can read it there, but the ReZero again, topping another list. Number 1, and then it has Eminence in Shadow here. I mean, you can see the popularity for fiscal year 2025. People want ReZero, that's what they're looking for. Maybe, and then Pan Dorobu. I'm not familiar with Tan Dorobu. But then Eminence in Shadow, The Summer Hikaru Died, Overlord. Like, these are the ones that everybody said. I like Rising of the Shield Hero. I think Shield Hero is dope. But apparently, bringing out another. How many? I think they've done like 4 seasons of Shield Hero, if I'm not mistaken. They haven't gotten any burn off of that. Like, what's going on?
No, there's another factor into this list here, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but a lot of these are on Netflix, so they're accessible to everybody. A lot of these are on Netflix, like Overlord. I don't know if ReZero's on there, which I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe I can go look it up, but it's like I know Overlord's on there. Let's see here. What was the other one? There's Eminence and Shadow on there. Delicious in Dungeon. I saw that one's definitely on Netflix. There's a few of the Rising of Shield Hero. Those 3 are 100% on Netflix. So those are easily accessible by, anybody with Netflix, which is most of the world, for the most part. So some of these other ones
so why they struggling?
My guess is how it's done. Like, for example, you brought it up earlier. Rising of the Shield Hero has 4 seasons. The way that the story was actually done, I think what burned people when it came to Shield Hero, season 2 was a bit of a drop, and they spent season 3 trying to rebuild it. Season 4 basically hinting at what's about to happen coming up, which I'm like, okay, you actually did it well, but I think you could have I think they should have previewed it, say, okay, we see what we're doing here, let's do that. Okay, this might not work. Don't do that, or try to hold back on it. I think what they were trying to do just cost them with Shield Hero for season 4. Although, from what I've heard, season 5 is actually supposed to be a really big build. So, I actually know what's about to happen, and I kind of hope that at the very least it sets up to where season 6 is really going to be a big one.
Okay, got you. Name. You there, Name?
Finish your thoughts. Finish your thoughts, Cyphax.
No. I mean, I was just going to keep going off on the Netflix thing because I was sitting there wondering. I was like, maybe there's a reason why none of the other stuff is selling because you're already paying for Netflix, so you're not really buying into these new ones. You already got it. So to find these other ones, you'd have to go out of your way. So technically, those would be making more money because you're going out of your way to go find them. You're paying more money to go find them somewhere else. They're not making money off of these other series. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these other series actually have more watch hours and more watch time because they're on Netflix, but they're not selling anything off of it because everything else on this list, you got to go find somewhere else. So find that, it's more obscure. So you're going to pay money to go find it because you like it more. You're going to still pay that extra $15 somewhere else on top of your Netflix, but those other ones are still making money. Those other ones are just making more money because you got to go find them somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree with I agree with the panel. Like, I think you need a mix of both, like new, fresh, like IPs, but also like continuations of your tried and true brands. I put a little link in the StreamYard chat. Could you pull that up? So I think this is a good example of like what they should be doing. It'll take you to my anime. So this is a little show called Isekai Quartet. So this is like a little like fun little show they do. It's like these are all Kadokawa properties. So you see there's ReZero, Tanya, there's Konosuba, and there's Overlord. So like I think if you do like these little like collab shows where you have like this like these popular shows, and then like you do a little collab with like a lesser known show, you can like kill two birds with one stone. You can promote, you can give new content of like a show that everyone likes, and you could also like showcase a show that's like up and coming that you think you have potential in. So and Isekai
So wait,
Quartet
this is
like,
this is kind of a so this is a show basically that combines characters from other shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
so
like that
these
idea.
Are all,
I like
these are all Kadokawa properties. So like this is like
I see Tanya the evil down there. Okay.
Yeah.
This is
And
basically
the
this is one of those shows where like you want it to be funny as hell, but you still want to try and carry some semblance of what that series is.
Exactly.
Like for example,
it's sorry. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
For example, like when they actually carry like I guess you could say a kiddie version of what Overlord does with Ainz and Albedo, but it still works to where you're sitting there going, I've never seen this Overlord show show. I need to go see this. And then you're sitting there going, oh crap, that was just the surface level. This is how deep it really is. And that's what that show is meant to do. And they even said that's what it is, because they will actually throw out key things that the only way you know is if you're reading the books or you're going to watch the show. Like for example, there in season 2, they incorporated Shield Hero there, and everybody knew who like Naofumi and Raftalia was, but everybody who's seen the show was like, who's this little blonde-haired girl? And then they're like, wait, that's her? That's the bird? And then they go back, watch the show, like, holy crap. Okay.
That's actually smart. No, this is a smart marketing move for sure, And it's like you said, it's like, okay, we're gonna have some fun with these characters. It's kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of like a Teen Titans Go, where you just have like the Teen Titans series, but then you have like the goofier version of the Teen Titans, and maybe you can play around with it a little bit and make it fun. Like, okay, I get it. You got Shield Hero in there, Tanya, you got Naofumi, you got Subaru. You have these characters that are in your mainline anime, and you bring them in. This is actually a smart idea. How come more studios don't do this?
Well, it's a clever way to do this, and other stuff like in other properties do this, like Marvel and DC for a good example. Like when they were doing like the CW shows, like the Arrowverse stuff, when they would do the mix and like they would mix all their stuff together. The problem is like the way you guys just explained it, it sounds way better, where it actually highlights an interesting thing about that character to make you be like, I want to go check out your main show now. That for some reason out here they don't do that, where it's like, wow, that character was so awesome in that scene, I want to go see what that character is about, and it sounds like even though they're doing like kid versions of these, and it's like as Stacy said, like surface level, it's not showing enough in American television to be like, oh, I want to see what this character is about. You're just like, he was fine for like a half a second, but you're not like, oh, I want to go watch a whole season of this character. He was amazing, or she was amazing. It doesn't matter. In this, it probably is like, there's probably fun moments where you're like, that was a cool little interaction. I want to see what this character is really about. And then you go and check that show out. It's like, so the idea, we already have that idea out here. It's just done poorly. Like, this is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Well,
so
Kadokawa better figure it out. Go ahead.
In the Twitter chat, if you can pull it up separate, it's just super last minute, but I was going through my email, and then I saw like we were talking about Kadokawa tonight. And a few weeks ago, My Anime List, they announced the winners of like a Kadokawa writing contest that was like available to people on the site.
Oh, really?
No, hell no. But
you won? What?
My anime list actually does try to get new talent in the door. They are actually trying to increase talent.
I hear like there's like debates of whether you should use like My Anime List or like any list, because like My Anime List is like we have to admit it's a little bit like corporate with the ads, but I have to agree with Stacy. They you know, you just go to like the home page, like they have a lot of like promotions, you know. They'll connect you to like manga industry professionals, you know, artists that'll like teach you how to like, you know, draw professionally, look at your portfolio, and then like this writing contest.
Yeah, that's kind of dope, man. And so the grand prize is going to be a novel published by Kadokawa.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
Now the funny thing is, and I think they hold the writing contest multiple times a year, but the ones who present it is actually rotated. So I don't know who's next, but there's like I said, I don't know who's next, but there's like numerous genres they're going to come up with. So like the next one could probably be like shoujo or shonen, stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we hear about it within the next couple months or weeks.
Cool. Well, look, they better figure something out because it's not looking too hot.
Yeah, and then like I just want to ask like a quick question to the panel. Like, you know, you guys look at this writing contest, you see like it's available to like anime lists. I'm pretty sure like Japanese people use it too, but I mainly see it as like, you know, a site that a lot of like, you know, like just different countries use. You think like Kadokawa looking at like the profits like falling, you think they're like trying to, you know, now that they're trying to like tap into the international market or they're more conscious of it, you think like, you know, that's making them like, you know, go in a direction where like, okay, maybe we got to reach out for like some international talent, like, you know, maybe our homegrown stuff isn't like, you know.
I think that all of Japan is starting to look outside. I mean, we've been hearing stories about, hey, we need to start looking more global because it's one of their biggest sellers. They're one of their biggest exports is anime. So one of the biggest exports the country has. And so they're absolutely looking on the global scale, trying to sell it. They're trying to sell anime to wherever they can sell it to. So if they could bring over writers and artists from other countries and get them interested in anime, that just expands the brand and expands the, you know, the genre. So I think, I think there's expansion going on from Japan, you know, expansionist ideas. Hey, let's use anime as a way to not only promote our country and our culture, but also to, you know, get money. Okay, it seems like everybody in, you know, under the age of 30 loves anime. So why wouldn't we? You know, why wouldn't we get out there and really push it? You know, that's just how I see it, man. Thoughts?
No, I think you wrapped it up perfectly for me.
All right, look, Kadokawa, y'all got to figure it out, man. Go ahead, Name. I said thoughts, and then Name said no, and then he said, yeah.
See, I think the one thing that could probably help them is like, if they were to do like 3 of their big series that they know for a fact makes money, and then if they want to like get one new adaptation, they should do it like 3 to 1. That way, they can at least cover up any losses they may get with the 3 big money makers of that quarter.
I would agree.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think they need to focus on like, you know, what works, but I think they need to do it from like a Japanese sense. I think like while the international audience is important, I think you got to focus on Japanese audience first, because that's like, you know, this is who you're making it for. And, you know, if these profits are based on like Japanese readership, then I understand you got to like steer the ship. But if it's based on like international, you know, I would kind of like, you know, think twice before like you make any like decision, because like some of the things that we like are not like things that Japan are popular to the Japanese. Like there's like, you know, and vice versa. Like there's some things that are really popular in Japan that don't really take off as well in the US. So like we, you know, this post doesn't say it, but I hope it's like, you know, it's not like an international problem. I hope it's just like a problem that is within there. That means they can easily solve it. But if it's an international problem, you know, I would tread lightly on that one.
The one thing I think is like with Kadokawa, from what I've seen when I've started watching some of their stuff, they do have a dip at least at 1 quarter of the year, but then the rest of it they make it up with no problem.
It sucks that we don't have Brandon here tonight. It sucks we don't have Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon would be a good resource on this.
I think he had some thoughts on Kadokawa. So,
yep. All right, let's move on to the next topic. This one is coming from the Sword Art Online editor, and he says he's constantly on edge as today's editors are becoming less needed. Kazuma Miki, also editor of a certain scientific railgun, the irregular at Magic High School, and then Shakugan no Shana, says that in today's publishing industry, where creators can build audiences and break out on their own, editors and producers are no longer needed unless they first clearly prove the value they can bring. So we're seeing a little shift in the manga industry. Now, editors are just like, hey, we're not even needed. They don't need us anymore. And that's going to change up how we not only get our manga, but then ultimately that's going to affect anime as well. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Any thoughts on that one? Sword Art Online, obviously one of the greats of all time. At least that first season was anyway. What are your thoughts? Nothing? Man.
I mean,
I was waiting for somebody else.
Introduced this as a topic and put it out there. Now he has no thought.
Bro, what do you? Come on,
I understand. I understand. Sometimes I usually jump in and talk first. I was going to let other people, jump on.
Anytime you're ready, man.
What's it called? I think with the rise of like social media and like now that creators are getting like more connected with their audience, they can just like directly gauge like, okay, what works, what doesn't. And sometimes like, that can be a bad thing. I don't know if you guys been keeping up with like the Gachi Yakuda drama that's been happening again. But like editors, they do have like, some level of like sway over like the final product. Cause I remember like, I'm not the biggest Dragon Ball fan, but I remember like Toriyama's like old editor, like they were like, really like clashing over like, what direction to take the story. And you got to look at the details on that. But like these guys have like sway over like, what gets put in. Like they, like the way I don't know if you guys have seen like, these like, a day in the life or a week in the life of a mangaka videos where like, they take you through the process of like what it's like to like put out a page in a week. But like, it's really stressful. Like they got to draw it and then they got to like, meet up with their editor. The editor's got to like check it to make sure it's like okay for like publication. And then like, they'll give them like little notes like, okay, can you go back and hit this or like, for like next week. So like, they're really like involved in the planning process. So like, if they are getting taken out and being redundant, whether that's like because of social media or like with AI, it's like if AI just becomes your editor, you just like, ask AI, oh, is this a good decision or not? And like AI will give you answers. So like, I don't know.
It seems like one of those jobs that like the torch wasn't passed down properly to the next people on, right? Because like editors are an important thing, right? Whether it comes to the spelling, the grammar, the storyboarding, because editors also kind of help with the storyboarding, the way your story progresses. Like, hey, actually, this part would fit better here, that kind of stuff. If that didn't get passed down to the next generation, which is what it seems like, it's like AI is not going to do a better version. All you're going to just end up with is a bunch more generic bullshit. It's going to be cut and paste, copy paste. Every story is already like, look at what we already got. How many times do we watch stuff, whether it's anime, whether it's new, whether it's regular television in general, where it just seems like, I feel like AI did this, right? It already seems like that. And it's like, because there's nobody there to really pinpoint these dramatic moments. So when random TV shows come out like Night of the Seven Kingdoms, that's a super simple story. It's a very simple story. It's a very simple novel. Like everything about it is pretty simple. It blows up and everyone's like, wow, this is super amazing. And it is. It's great. But it's like, when you really break it down and think about it, it's like, this is just basic as fuck. Like this is just basic storytelling. And when you get rid of editors, you lose that because they're just like, well, let's throw a bunch of whataboutisms. Let's throw some mystery box into it. Let's do this. And it's like, that's not what people are looking for. Some people just want things to be straightforward. And like you should be able to look at the story and see what does it need. And editors used to be able to provide that. And now, if you're going to rely on AI, like Name was just saying, you're just going to get a bunch of cookie cutter stuff over and over and over again.
But is it just AI or is it that?
Can I cut in real quick? Media?
Go for it.
What'd you say?
Can I cut in real quick? Like, I agree with you. Like, I think, now that I think about it, like, I'm trying to dabble in like acting. I work around like creatives, and I agree. Sometimes they really do need someone to rein them in. Like, I'm sure like all these mangakas, like they have like great ideas and they're cool and all, but sometimes they need someone to like really like check them and like keep them on the right track, or else they just be like spiraling. So that's all I gotta say.
I mean, I agree with you in regards to that context, but then you have the other side of it. You have certain creators that don't need that boundary, and they have so much content that some of these fans want to see it, and they want to see where it could go and how it could be. I mean, just as an example, like let's say Quentin Tarantino, like who controls him? Who tells him what could be done in his movies or how it could be done? And even though he doesn't have that restraint, the movie still comes out good. There's still a niche people out there that want to see what he's doing. So it just depends on the fan, and it depends on the contract. The creator. Because right now, to me, even with anime, I look at it kind of like YouTube in a sense. There's so many different people out there. There's so much out there. So why not let some of these people just create on their own, do what they do on their own, and see where it goes? It's too many restraints out there right now in regards like how many editors are you going to need out there for all these animations coming out, all these shows, these mangas coming out?
Yeah, that's kind of a good point you're making there, Angel. You start to lose like editors are important, but you're starting to lose a little bit of the original author's vision, because the editor is getting in there with his own ideas or her own ideas, and then it's like, okay, are we really hearing the editor's like vision, or we like whose vision are we getting right here? Like at some point in time, like the editor becomes like a middleman between the artist and the audience. It's like I'm getting in the way of this story because I think it should be told this way or that way, and it's like, hold up, bro. I can go and find my audience, and I'll find people that rock with me regardless of what you think. And I think that's what a lot of these, that's why they're saying they're able to build audiences and break out on their own, and they really don't need editors to kind of step over their toes and, like kind of twist up what the author or the mangaka or, the artist really wants to, put out there for the people. So I think that's one of the biggest takeaways that I get from stuff like this is that, okay, it's not so much AI. I think it's more social media and my ability to connect to the audience myself. And I don't necessarily need like an editing company or an editor himself, somebody that, has some experience, but it's like, I want to connect directly to my audience the way I want to connect. And I think sometimes editors can get in the way of that,
Some editors do play the role of, I guess you could say, gatekeeper somewhat, but then some editors
as well. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. And some editors are like, okay, let's try and polish it. That's the difference there, and I think that's what is being said here.
Yeah, look, here's the article with all the pop-ups in the world. Man, like y'all they gotta make their money, I guess. But yeah, it says editors and producers are no longer needed if they don't bring clear value to authors. And so that's ultimately what's happening. They're not bringing a value to the author. It's like, what? I don't need you, man. I know how to write. I know what my audience wants. Let me just get on out the way, and then I can handle this myself. And my audience will tell me where I need to direct or, things that I might be doing wrong, especially if you're one of these authors that are receptive to feedback. A lot of people aren't. And then that sometimes is where you need to get with a good editor. The editor will tell you where you're messing up, and then you just kind of go from there. But yeah, this Sword Art Online editor is like, hey man, the industry is changing, and we're going to see some major changes coming down the line, man. I think this is a very, very interesting period for entertainment as a whole, but specifically, manga, and novels as well, Anybody have any more thoughts on this?
I think
Nope.
I hope even if they scale down or scale back the editor's role, I still think there should be there just to check the mangaka, because you brought up Quentin Tarantino, Angel, but you also think about what Nolan's doing with the Odyssey, and then I've heard in Hollywood the word is Nolan's kind of too big, so no one can really check him because it's fucking Christopher Nolan. So he's just allowed to do whatever he wants, and it's really hard to tell him no because he has all the clout. He has a dedicated fan base that will pull up and watch whatever he wants. So it's really hard to check him, even if it's he's oh, what are you doing to the Odyssey, man? It's
See, I think that like the only way to check someone like that is like let them fail, and then see where that way they have to stop and go, where did I go wrong?
Facts.
Yeah, but let him fail. But like you saying with Chris, and like DA always says he hasn't missed. You know what I'm saying? He rarely ever misses. So his judgment on things have been clear enough where the audience has been receptive to it, and he's been making hits. Yeah. You know what I mean? So at least let's say with this one, this might be his failure where he's going to listen and say, okay, you know what? Next time if I do a film like this, let me do it this way. Let me take more control instead of letting the studios, because in this film, it sounds like the studios or the editors took more control than he did and told him, okay, you got to have this, 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 and this there. I guarantee you,
all these race swaps. You got a race swap. You got a race swap. Helen of Troy as the darkest woman on the planet. That's what they told me, bro.
I mean that's what it came off to me because we can all sit here and agree when Christopher Nolan like shoots, it is always bullseye. So for him to do that, except somebody else,
except for Tenet. Tenet was the one I was like.
That's fair. I saw a tweet going around the other day where they're like people who don't understand Tenet just don't understand good storytelling, and I'm like, oh, this guy's retarded. Like there's no way you look at that movie and you think like this was genius, just nobody realized it but me. Like get out of here with that. That was awful.
What the hell?
There was you know what I can give it? It had awesome, cool effects. That reverse effects.
We got some Tenet fans in the chat.
I know.
We got some Tenet fans in the chat. Everybody's just leave them alone. They'll quietly. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, hey, look, I got a super chat. They'll reverse to a time when everything was better, like when they didn't say that dumbass comment. Like,
hey, shout out to Jenna Ortega 22, otherwise known as Marshall J, for $4.99. Kakaguri is badass gambling game on Netflix. The strangest, insane thriller is like original Squid Games. I love anime the best for me. I haven't heard of that. That's a movie or a story or a TV series?
That's a series, and
it's an anime.
It's an anime series.
An anime. Oh, okay.
And one of the scenes that basically made it big gambling was between two girls, and I think one of them was like making a wager that would publicly shame her for like years. And it was all based off like they were basically using a 52 card poker deck for it.
Okay. I like that. Kakaguri. All right, I'm gonna have to check it out, man.
If you check it out, DA, do not watch the Netflix live action. Oh my god, bro. You think like all the other ones are bad? This one was pretty atrocious, bro.
Look, I gave up on Netflix live action. Netflix can't do nothing for me on live action, man. They have absolutely destroyed.
That sounds like a good segue.
With the exception of One Piece. Everything else they have absolutely wrecked. All right.
The live action version of that almost did the same thing to me that the Death Note did, almost scarred me. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, One Piece is good. And speaking of One Piece, let's go ahead and move on to this. Get ready to set your course for Elbaf. One Piece returns to simulcast on Crunchyroll with the start of the Elbaf arc this April 5. So One Piece is back. We knew that it stepped away because, they were like, hey, man, we only going to make so many One Pieces, and you were not going to keep this thing going week after week after week after week. That's basically what it was, and we covered that before on the previous anime nights. Well, now it's back. And I guess they're gonna have the final English dub of the Egghead arc. Will be launching this March 24th. So One Piece is going to be back in the news. Are you guys pumped up and excited? I am nowhere near caught up to One Piece, so I'm gonna be watching this one like next year or 2 years down the line because I got a lot of One Piece to watch before I get caught up with it.
Same, like Jesus Christ.
Yo, DA, check out this picture I posted,
from what I've heard, the manga is slowly about to go into the final arc. Like, apparently, the Grand Line is not where Luffy needed to go. That is just the beginning.
Oh shit! Really? Okay,
bro.
Yeah, Yash is like, wait. Look, Yash says there's 1,155 episodes of One Piece. Yes. This thing was
Bro, DA,
running
check out
every
this picture of-
weekend for the last 20 plus years, bro. Yes, it's over 1,000 episodes, well over 1,000.
Bro,
What were you saying, Name?
Check out this picture, bro. It's what's it called? The Luffy voice actors. Right? She posted a picture of like what the after recording session looked like.
Oh, okay.
Bro,
hold on.
she was kind of clean in this picture. I'm not gonna lie. So they might be cooking. They might be cooking.
They already named a movie
shit.
after this
Gangster, what's up? Yo,
They just
make
came
this
out
look
the spot, the Chinese spot, just had some good food. They just
that's an album. Bro,
that
that's
is
an
a
album
sick
cover,
picture,
bro.
man.
That
is a sick picture.
They gave this this anime the wrong title, and I think it was because back in the 80s they already gave this title to a movie that everyone was traumatized by called The Never Ending Story. You know, I mean, like
Yeah,
that,
right.
that's what One Piece should have been called. It's like The Never Ending Story. There you go. There you go. Because this thing just doesn't end, dude. Like
It will end eventually.
Yeah. The funny thing about this, I actually heard a rumor, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's true. One Piece was based on the legend of the Buzzard. The story of the legend of the Buzzard is he was a French pirate who basically seized 7 of the world's greatest treasures and hid them. And from what I've heard to this day, no one has found it.
Oh wow, okay. I mean, the series obviously speaks for itself. It's legendary. I mean, you know, pretty much most folks would say it's in a category all by itself. Okay, it was one of the big 3, you know, that came out in the early 2000s or late 90s, early 2000s, with along with Naruto and Bleach. You know, I always say, like, why is Dragon Ball not in that? But you know, when people talk to me, oh, well, it's Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's in a section all by itself, and I'm like, all right, so then what's the big 3 then? If Dragon Ball is not your big 3, what's a big 3? You know, that's how.
It's one. They say it's One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. That's the big.
One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach, and then like, well, where's Dragon Ball? It's like that's the biggest thing I've ever seen. Oh no, that's its own separate thing. I'm like, all right, okay.
DA,
I guess
check out Mark G Stewart 42's comment in the chat. The Japanese Goodfellas.
Yo, that's funny, man. That is absolutely hilarious. And it's true. Look at them, man. They just came out from a kill, man.
Bro, that's a tough ass album cover, bro. Like,
yeah, that's straight up, man. That is an album cover. Put your little parental discretion advised sticker on there. There you go. There you go. But yeah, so that's the news when it comes to One Piece. We're gonna be getting another season getting ready to kick off for One Piece. So everybody's getting pumped up. Go ahead.
Next season, One Piece is coming out. Also, we're about to get a Asians with Attitude album dropping. So that's cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes open.
All right. Let me switch some gears real quick. All right. So if I asked you guys about an anime protagonist, if I said, hey, picture an anime protagonist for me, if you will, what is your picture? Oh, wait, you know what? Actually, before we get to that, let me get to this. Okay. This is the next one I actually wanted to talk about. All right. Demon Slayer is coming back to theaters. Can y'all believe this?
Yeah.
It's like, when is this thing coming on streaming, man? Are we going to be, what is going on here? But I got to give them credit, man, because I guarantee you they're going to sell out a few of these theaters when it comes back to North America. I guarantee you it's been selling out, doing pretty well out there in Japan. They're just slow walking this streaming release. They are slow walking it. And it says it there, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle returning to theaters in North America, likely delaying the streaming release. And then when it does finally hit streaming, man, I'm telling you, man, everybody's going to watch that sucker, man. That thing is going to be huge. Whether it's probably on Crunchyroll, but wherever it streams, it's going to make all the numbers out there, man. So, but why? I mean, I don't understand, man. Like, I thought they would have it out at least on streaming by the time we got to March, because this movie dropped in September of last year, right? If I'm not mistaken. And now we're going to be coming into March and it's still going back to theaters, you know? So, hey, look, they're trying to make their bread. They don't want to put anything on streaming. They don't want to put anything on home video. You got to make Tony Ilias is thinking it needs to hit 800 million and further humiliate Guns super shit.
if it just makes 300 million, it's already humiliating Guns super shit. Okay. Now, as far as this return to theaters, I'm not surprised because the weekend it came out, at near a theater near me, I seen about like 60 people all wearing different Hashira costumes, all going to see this movie. I'm I'm not surprised at this. This you might as well just say this is just another day that ends in Y.
The movie is fine, but Chainsaw Man was a better movie overall. Like the story in Chainsaw Man was better, in my opinion, by like a country mile. But I mean, it was visually appealing.
But this one made the gangbusters, and the theaters need that right now because, like, I'm looking forward. Like, I think aside from like Project Hail Mary, like March is also like a pretty dry month. I don't know. I haven't been going to the theaters in a while, but they need a win, and if they think this one can give it to them, they're gonna take it because it made hella money last year.
But I have a question: isn't this film being nominated for an Oscar, or was it nominated?
I think it might have been nominated Best Animated Film or something.
So if it was nominated, I think this is just in general.
No, it fell out. Remember, it was one of the things.
You're right. You're right. It didn't get nominated for an Oscar.
Okay, so I wanted to double check because I know in regards to like if it was nominated, this is normal with the Oscar buzz where they just redrop a movie.
Re-release it. This was a shocker to me because of the amount of money that it made. Yeah, we were talking about that because it was like, okay, we knew that Demon Slayer was going to get nominated, and then when it didn't, we were shocked. It was like, wait a minute, what? In my head, I'm thinking. I was thinking of K-pop Demon Hunters. That's the one that got nominated for Best Animated
Bro,
Film.
You think this is a petty move from them? Because I know what you're talking about, Angel. I saw on the AMC app there's a listing for like they're gonna showcase like all the nominated films. You think this is them being petty? Like, oh, look what you missed out. Did you putting it in the same month?
But this is the thing too. I don't think it's playing in AMC. I think it's only playing in particular movie theaters. So it's limited to certain movie theaters.
Yeah, I think maybe
Demon Slayer release. I don't think it's going like
because I heard
when I pulled up the app for it, it's showing it like in a certain movie theater in New York, and I think it has to do with like Regal or one of those companies that is slowly showing.
I think they're doing. I think this is
Regal
like
sounds right.
I think it's like they're doing something special. I think I heard somewhere they're doing something.
Yeah, because I think it's like in a 2D theater or the Extreme theater. Where they have like the screens.
Oh yeah. They got everything. Yeah.
So that's really
so
what
it's
the
a
big deal is.
200 and this is interesting.
Well, I think that I was just going to point out, like, I think certain award shows and stuff like that, like to be nominated for stuff out here in America for our award shows, like you have to have. It's like, sure, you could have made a bunch of money, but they did that in limited theaters, which is beyond impressive. But it's like you have to have a certain amount of releases during a certain amount of time. There's a bunch of these regulations and requirements that more than likely this movie should have been nominated, but it's like they probably missed the mark on some dumb rule that they have out there. That's probably all it was, because obviously this thing killed it. But
you see the screen.
It's probably something stupid like that.
Look at the screen they're gonna have it on. That's why they dropping it like that.
Crazy. No, see, that's an experience right there, man.
And that's why I say
it's not a hell of a way to watch a movie
theater. Yeah, that's the only movie theaters that are showing it. So I'm gonna try to check it out to see, because I never
I'm gonna find one of these theaters. I'm pretty sure there's a couple in the LA area. I'm gonna definitely find one of these theaters when it drops.
It says 500, right? 500 theaters are showing it.
Screen X, I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
that looks awesome.
Yeah, they said about 500, and I think it said 500 Screen X's all across the nation. So.
I'm not gonna lie, I agree with Cyfax. Chainsaw Man is the better movie, and like Demon Slayer, like it was like for me the second and third acts were like kind of slow, so I don't know if I'd watch it again. But this is like making me want to watch it again. Like in that experience, like okay, I'll give you a second shot.
Yeah,
just for
500 cuts.
Yeah, the viewing experience of that would be amazing. Like, I mean, you're not going to get a greater story out of it, but the visual experience, like the experience alone, you're paying for the experience at that point, not the movie.
Yeah.
Like, but that would be a great movie to do something like this and to expand it like that to where it's almost around you the whole time. It'd be kind of like, and imagine if they were to ever show an anime that of this quality, like at what do they call it? The Eye or the Dome out there in Las Vegas. What is that thing called? The Sphere. The Sphere.
Yeah,
like imagine, you know how they do the Sphere to where it's literally around you all over. Imagine if they ever were to do a viewing like that. That thing would be sold out in seconds. Like you would never be able to get a ticket.
Each major city needs a sphere. They need one of those, like in New York, Houston, like each one, and just show big time movies in there. I guarantee you, it will bring back Hollywood in some way.
It's crazy expensive to build, and then all it does is just generate massive.
They spending money on less. They spend it on other bullshit that ain't even working.
Oh yeah, no, it's dumb, but it's like if you look at like how much money the Sphere's made, like dude, they played the Wizard of Oz, and they just had effects going on, and to where like the tornado was kind of realish. They had like wind machines and stuff at the Sphere, and it's like it made a ton of money to do a movie from the 1940s or some shit.
What the fuck?
That's the closest one.
You want to go California for us? It's Lancaster.
Would that go on a road trip, man? I got. Or is it just? Was it just that screen that you're looking at, or because I'm pretty sure they have it in.
I'm looking at Screen X is in. Well, this is in Cinemark, so it might be. Wait, hold up. Maybe Regal is closer.
I'm closer to that than I am to you.
All right, let me see. California. Okay, no, they got one in Alhambra. They got one in Aliso Viejo. Oh, they got one in Irvine. Oh, in Long Beach. Oh shit, I'm going to the Long Beach.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know they have a few closer.
Okay, yeah. So Syfax, they got one out there in the valley. I'm pretty sure somewhere.
Probably. I was gonna say if those are the closest ones, I'm telling you what I'm.
Valencia. That. Is that close to you, Valencia?
No. I'm in Chatsworth, dude. I'm on the edge of LA County. Like,
oh shit, nah, they don't have nothing in that directly in that area. Damn. Well, you can always roll down to Long Beach with me.
LBC.
I'm going, man.
I'd get there quicker.
But this looks amazing, man. I'm stoked for that, man. This one actually looks pretty good. So Demon Slayer coming to Screen X theaters. You know. That looks pretty damn awesome, man. I'm with it. You know, I'm with it.
Yo, Stacy, you're trying to jump in earlier. What do you think about this?
Stacy,
there?
I think it'd be a good idea, but I'm actually sad because I'm here. I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think we got a delay. Yeah, I think we might have a delay. Okay, but go ahead.
Yeah, like this what I'm seeing here is literally breathtaking because I would actually see it like this. But the sad thing is I was just looking up a few theaters near me. They're not playing. Like it's not playing. I'm sad because I wanted to see this again.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be at every theater, which is unfortunate, which is absolutely unfortunate. And, you know, but like I said, man, you see it. It's an amazing experience, especially when you watch it. I saw it on IMAX like twice. An amazing experience. It was really, really good. I enjoyed myself. But yeah, is Chainsaw Man a better movie? 100%. 100%. It's not even close. Chainsaw Man is absolutely dynamite. All right. Let me move on to this. I was talking about anime protagonists. And if you could imagine an anime protagonist, you know, what would that anime protagonist look like? Probably look a little bit like this dude. That is the look, bro. That is the look of every anime protagonist that we've ever known, right? I'm surprised they don't have what's the name? Well, I guess it's because it's a manhwa. Jinwoo, right? Jinwoo, Song Jinwoo from Solo Leveling.
Jinwoo, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, he's
in there. He's in there. You just smash them all together, and it becomes him. You just get a goulash.
Like,
there you go.
Yeah.
If
you ask somebody, hey, who is this? Everybody would say, oh, it's Kirito, right? That's what everybody would say, right? It's like, yeah, man, we got like 8 different protagonists up here, or 10 different protagonists up here. Oh man, but look, I wanted to use that as a segue to the story of the night that we're talking about, and that is, of course, oh wait, shit, did I not bring it up? Jack of all trades, party of none, and he looked just like this cat. All right, man. He looked exactly. What's his name? Aaron. He looked.
Oren, I think his name.
Oren. My bad. Oren. He looked exactly like this dude, and I think this show finally started to click with me with this battle. Episode 6. And look, this movie or this TV show is using a ton of CGI, which is probably why I didn't like it.
Yeah, you might got it. You got the spoiler. You got the spoiler tag for this stream or not?
You know what? I probably can throw up spoilers. Listen,
just throw a banner across. Yeah,
there we go. So spoilers if you guys are watching or not watching, but I just wanted to throw this out there just so you can see it. Oron, yeah, there we go. This is a fight for the ages, and it reminded me so much of one of those classic solo leveling battles. All right, an absolute classic solo leveling battle, because it's always the exact same thing. Everybody is standing around looking at him stunned that, oh my God, how is he doing this? Oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh my God. Like, that's basically what this entire battle was when it came to that. I'm gonna turn the volume down. But yeah, I think the CGI is kind of bugging me. But like this person said, if you use it the right way, it actually can work out pretty good. But I'm really starting to dig this series right now. Jack of all trades, party of none. It started out like your standard like fantasy anime, and now that we're deep into the story, we've met all the characters, we've gotten everybody's kind of, this is what these people are looking for, this is what they want, and now they're just launching into battles like this, and this thing was absolutely fire. All right, this guy is like a low-key little one-man show, battling genius, jack of all trades, party of none. He don't need a party. All right, he can just do whatever he's doing. So yeah, I won't give away any plot details other than, yeah, he's fighting a giant dragon in a dungeon, and everybody is just flipping out. But for those of you guys that have watched Jack of all trades, party of none, how you feeling about it?
I'm sold. I just got home while I was eating my pizza. I was watching this exact fight, and I was like, dude, the way it was going, I couldn't tell who was going to win. Like, I know story-wise the swordsman was, but I was sitting there like, he's like literally realizing, okay, I got to do this. I can't leave a scratch, and unless I do X, Y, and Z before that. I'm like, holy crap, dude. This I actually felt like I was one of the people who was actually in the scene going, I can't move, I can't think, I'm just stunned. And I was like,
yeah,
yes, this is what I want.
Yep. That's me. Name, Cyfax, Angel, what y'all got? I think they name, that's on you. Go ahead, bro.
They're muted.
Yeah, they're muted. I think they're away. I think they stepped away for a little bit.
Name, what you got, bro? You guys calling me a they? You think I'm part of the gang, bro? Come on, bro. Use my correct gang. Guys. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm caught up. Like DA, like this fight was pretty hype, but I was more interested in like the episodes that came after it, like the aftermath.
Yeah.
Because now they gotta deal with
episode 7 is episode 7 is great. It is absolutely great. Keep going. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Have you? Yeah. So now you're adding more pieces to the puzzle. So you're starting to learn more about his past, and then people from his past showing up, and then it's starting to if you guys are watching Sentence to Be Hero, you're starting to get an air of a conspiracy, something's not right with the order or the structures of power in this world. And I'm like, okay, now we're cooking, because DA, we were talking earlier, we thought this was just gonna be another it's just another fantasy show that comes out this season. We just put it on. All right, cool. But now I'm actually starting to get invested. The first few episodes, you think it's a little generic, and it is. I'll give you guys that, because like DA put up the meme earlier. It's this guy looks like every other protagonist, but I think the way it starts to diverge, this guy's he's playing the support role. It's like, and if you guys play video games, you know how hard it is. Yeah, this like one of the best scenes in this one. He was crashing out because he's like his old teammates are like shitting on him. He's like, bro, I had to literally manage all the fucking cooldowns. You know how hard that is?
Yeah.
And if you play the game, trying to time your like cooldowns right, it's not easy, man. Like.
Yeah,
like
if you gotta be the raid leader, yeah, that doesn't work because I know Name's talking about it. I've played many, maybe thousands of hours of not just WoW, but also Final Fantasy 14, Dark Ages, Camelot, stuff like that. I understand that. But as far as when it comes to this show, I have not watched this yet. You guys have told me about it. But as far as this kind of animation style, I'm still getting kind of used to it because I know Demon Slayer kind of uses this where it's like there's animation and then there's a CGI element and they work them together. And like I think Demon Slayer, as far as I've seen so far, because that's the main one that I've seen them do it with, is they've done it. It's not seamless yet, like to where it's like it's not like you don't see it. I feel like takes you away for a second until you get used to it. Once you're used to it, because it's like any kind of new animation style. I mean, even like One Piece has done that to where they've changed their art style after like 200 episodes, and then you're like, the fuck am I watching? You're like, it's the same stuff. It's just a newer art style and upgraded. They consider it upgraded or whatever. And until you get used to it, yeah, it's going to feel weird. It's going to be whatever. But as long as the story is good enough, we've said that in any other type of medium. I mean, you can go back to the 90s and watch really bad graphics, really bad puppetry, really bad whatever. But if the story is good enough, you just throw that to the wind. You just throw it to the wind, and you're just like,
and that's what's happening in this one, Syphax. I'm starting to throw it to the wind.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check it out.
If you watch it, Syphax, it's gonna be distracting. Like the first couple of episodes, it's so like I don't like this. I'm not feeling.
Yeah,
this.
and I think
you're gonna feel icky, and you're like, ew, like.
That's just the thing in general, because like you can see like when they're clearly going from like 2D animation to like they're using like 3D like CG models. And it is like that. I don't know if that's ever gonna get old, but I think like they're starting to integrate, like DA said, they're integrating it better. Like I don't know what it is. Maybe they got like a budget spike in like the for the big fight scene, but like they're starting to like blend it in better. I'm like, okay, the transition's better. You're it's not like taking me out as badly as it was.
I also find it interesting you guys are saying it's episode 7 because I remember like even watching Solo Leveling, which I'm sure a lot of us like and love or whatever. But it's like I was just okay with it, and then episode 6 hits, that song Dark Aria hits, and you're just like, oh, this is the greatest show I've seen in a long fucking time. And then the rest of the series just takes off from there. But it's like it took you 6 episodes to get there. And so if you're watching it week to week, you weren't sold on it yet. Yeah. And a lot of anime kind of does that. If you think about it, like these new age animes, it's around episode 6, even if the Gatu, however you want to pronounce it, some people pronounce it differently. Gatu, whatever. Every time it doesn't matter. And it's like Gatu, whatever you want to call it. It's just like that one took a few episodes for me to really get into, and then it's like that. There's an episode that hits where you're just like, okay, now I'm sold. A lot of anime has been doing that lately, and it sucks because it's week to week. And even though they say they're 20-minute episodes, it ends up being like 15 minutes when you count the intro and the outro. So you're like, I get 15 minutes a week. That's it. And you're trying to sell me on this, but because we're anime fans or whatever, it's like you give it a chance because hopefully the hook is coming, and that's cool to see. Like I'm glad maybe that I waited this long because now I got 7 episodes to go watch, so that's cool. Like,
I've never seen it before.
Yeah,
but the animation from that little clip didn't look too bad to me. It kind of, I don't know. To me, I guess I'm kind of used to that CGI type of animation from watching like some of those old school Transformer cartoons. Some of them had that CGI aspect in it, so to me, it's not off-putting in any way. You know what I mean? As far as with Demon Slayer, what made it, I put like this, I think the CGI doesn't work that much for Demon Slayer in a small screen, but when you see it on a big screen and you see the detail and the way that it pans into that scene, that's where you're just like, okay, this is why it's worth it. So it just really depends on the aspect of how you're seeing that particular scene, but I'm used to seeing that stuff. It's not anything off-putting to me. I'm looking forward to starting to see this anime. It's just I'm trying to finish up the other ones before I get invested into something new. So
look, it's hard. It's hard juggling anime right now, man.
Yeah,
It is really hard,
And-
dude. It's so much to watch. It's just like there's at least a good 10 anime right now that I'm watching. I just picked up another one, and Brandon would probably be proud of me for this because it's an old slice of life anime. What is it? Solo Camping for Two. I just picked that up out of the blue, out of the absolute blue.
Yeah,
man.
that one's good.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's just a slice of life anime.
I saw a clip for that, and I thought the clip of it was pretty good.
It's actually really, really good. It's a small story. It only has a couple of characters. It's about this guy. He loves camping by himself. He's a solo camper. That's what he does. But some girl just ends up popping up into his life, and she wants to be a solo camper, but she doesn't know anything about camping. And so he's teaching her while he's trying to get his own peace of mind. And it's a heartfelt little story, man. I'm really enjoying it. You know, I'm really enjoying the hell out of it. And sometimes little stories like that, that's the beauty of anime. Let me just say this real quick. Let me just say this real quick, because this is the beauty of anime for me, is that I can switch from a story like that and goes directly into something like Solo Leveling or Jack of All Trades or Sentenced to be a Hero. And I feel like I'm not missing a beat, man. I'm right here where I belong, man. That's what I love about anime, man. It's just so many different styles and different ways of telling stories. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys.
Well, I was just going to talk about like
I need to go finish that one because I caught.
Go for it.
Oh, go ahead, Cyphex. Oh, I was just gonna say I'm slacking. I need to finish it because like I'm the first.
There's a delay.
Absolutely,
there's a delay. There's a delay.
All right,
I don't know who's on the delay.
All right. Let's rock.
I think it's you.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Look, rock paper scissors that out.
Let's test the delay. Rock paper scissors with the delay. No, you go, Cyphex. You go.
No. Well, all I was gonna say is, look, I finally caught up on like Frieren, and I think Frieren's a great example of stuff like this, to where it's like it has so many heartfelt moments of like you're just along on a journey with these characters. You're not expecting these fights, or like, because they don't even show a lot of the fights, and that could be due budgetary restraints or whatever. But at the same time, I almost feel like they're deliberate, to where it's like, no, you're just supposed to be along with these characters the whole time. And like, so I'm caught up with it. And every episode, I'm just like, oh, wow, there hasn't been a big grandiose moment. There hasn't been this, but you have awesome character moments. So it's like, it's a great anime to be watching, to really understand these characters and really like be along with them on the journey. It's kind of like you're literally the camera along on the ride.
Yeah, you're just over their shoulder, right? You're just like floating along with them and just experiencing the journey. Yeah.
Exactly, because there's so many scenes of them just like, walking over rocks and just walking and just doing it. And I was like, you know what? I guarantee there's people out there watching this that are like, dude, this is boring as shit. And I'm like, you know what? In a certain sense, you're right. You are correct. Like, this is not great. Like, if this is what I were to absolutely show you, and like, check out Frieren, and I just showed you a cutscene of all their walking bullshit, you'd be like, yeah. But if you you'd be like, the fuck is this about? It's just animation of characters walking. What the hell is this? Like, they're not doing anything. They're picking up apples or what? But it's like, it's the interaction, and like, it's a show you literally have to watch and absorb what's going on, because every little interaction means something to each character. And it's like you're experiencing the journey in a different way. And I really appreciated that.
I use Frieren to try to bring the girls in, because I think most women could relate to Frieren. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being real with you. It's like she's still naive, you know what I mean? But yet she's strong in certain aspects. So for me, it's just something that Frieren is always going to be something that's relatable, and that's what I love about the show. It's always going to be like life from there. So in the last couple episodes, I mean, she explains how it's like, oh, you don't want to be around me when I throw like a crying tantrum type of deal, and it's like I cried for 3 days. But it's like, okay, that's crazy. But also think about it. If you're a being that's been around for 1,000 years, 3 days to you might be like a 2-minute cry.
that might be like a 2-minute
True.
cry. Like that
True
that wouldn't mean shit to you. So everyone else around you is like freaking out, but it's like, yeah, that 3-day cry is like, I've been around 1,000 years. Yeah, I got some shit to get out. And it's like when you put all that context together and you really think about it, it's one of those things you gotta like it. This is the other thing I was thinking about while I was watching it. It's like so many times when you see like, and they usually always do it with vampires, right? Because vampires are thousands of years old or whatever. But it's like vampires, it's always the evil, it's the dark side of it, right? It's like, so even after 1,000 years, you're like the most curious thing, or the nicest thing about Frieren is she's still curious about life over the simplest things. And I was just like, what a beautiful concept to be throwing out there in the world. It's like, look, even if you were to live,
that's the crazy thing, Cyfax, because that's really what the story is about. Because she didn't get to know her own friends that she went on this 10-year journey with, and she never got to really know anything about them. And that was really how the story started off. And it kind of reminds you of don't take these moments for granted, because then when Himmel dies, she's like, shit. And then she realizes these people that she spent time with, she never really got to know them. You know, she didn't really get to know Himmel. She kind of got to know, what's the priest's name? What was the priest's name? Somebody throw it out there. What's the old dude? Oh shit, man. Somebody in the chat's gonna say it. She really didn't. She got to know.
Y'all fake.
Man, bro, I don't have memory. Man, look, we old.
I couldn't give the name, bro. I can't give the name because I've said it. I've watched the. I've seen the. I hate you, Cyfax. I've seen Frieren, but not enough to where I can basically name off the characters. I've only seen like a couple episodes, so I couldn't give the name, even if I tried.
Dude, I've had books that I've read like 5 or 6 times, and I couldn't tell you the names of any of the characters. Yeah, Hyder.
Yeah, it's Hyder the priest. Thank you.
I can't tell you the names.
Anyway, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you the names.
But yeah, no, I think that she kind of got to know him. She didn't get to know Himmel. And that's what really set her off on this journey. It's like, okay, I need to go and learn more about people, humanity. I want to go and learn more about humanity because of the fact that Himmel died. I really didn't get to know the humans like I did. And then when she found out that Hyder was about to die, then she takes on, his assistant because she wants to do that favor for him, but then also because she needs to, learn more about people. And so that's kind of what kicks the story off, is exactly what Cyfax says. It's just that simple matter of, she wants to be a relatable person, or it was an Angel. I forget who said that. I need to be more relatable, and I need to understand people a little bit better, and that's basically what starts the story.
Also, being around for 1,000 years, like I said, most of the time when you hear people being around that long, they become they become evil.
More evil, yeah.
Most of the time, most of the stories we see or whatever we hear about, like I said, that's why I chose vampires, because usually it's like vampires, they get all jaded and angry, and they're just like, screw humanity or whatever. Anyone that's been around that long is usually evil, and it's like she still finds the simplest things. There's like, oh, this was the greatest gift. I found a book that turns red apples into green apples, or vice versa, whatever it was. And she was just like, this is amazing. And you're just like, what a simple, awesome thing. And it's like, take something so simple like that and find the joy in it. And that's all that's what Frieren is just like, find the joy in the simple things when you really look at it, and also take in the simple things. And enjoy the journey on the way. And if you're expecting more than that, don't, like, because there will be a couple moments, I guarantee, in this season too. She'll have her dope moment where she, like, when she had that battle against the demon queen bitch, whatever her name was, Aura. I think her name was Aura, and she just was just like, let's balance the scales. Kill yourself. And it's like, what a great scene. And it's just like,
man, that was cold.
Shit.
Like, she is cold, man. She a cold piece of work, man.
You don't need to do that every other episode. You can just do that once a season and just to be like, look, I am that good. It's like, because you've still never seen her at her full potential, because you never seen her sweat in battle. Like, she's not sweating anything yet.
Well, she took on herself. She was kind of sweating herself. She was a little bit sweating. Yeah.
Sort of.
All right, let's
Barely.
move on to this. And thank you everybody for your participation in the comments. Look, 43 of you guys still hanging out with us after an hour and 40 minutes. We appreciate it. We got a couple more things we need to discuss. Ranking the best winter 2026 anime so far, mid-season update. This is on comicbook.com. All right. So at the beginning of winter, we ranked out, I think they ranked out like the top 5 or top 10, who they thought would be the top 10 most anticipated anime so far in 2026. All right. So guys, give your 5. I already seen this. You guys haven't seen it. Give me your 5. Who do you think's in the top 5 for the best winter anime so far mid-season? Name,
Okay,
we're going to go right down the line. Name, then Stacy, then Angel, then Sci-Fax. Give me your 5.
Go ahead, name.
Bro, you already know what it is. Vigilantes at 5, Vigilantes at 4, Vigilantes at 3, Vigilantes at 2.
Nah, knock it off, knock it off.
But
Give me 5 different anime, please. Name. You knew, man. Come on, bro.
Okay.
In
So
chat, feel free to throw in yours,
if I have
and
to
I'll
be
highlight them.
objective, if I have to be objective, like, you know, not counting my bias, even though I think they're gonna eat their words in a few weeks. It's probably in no particular order: Jujutsu Kaisen, Sentenced to Be a Hero. Why am I blanking right now? Fate Strange Fake, Frieren, and it's a toss-up between Oshinoko and Hell's Paradise. Like, those are, if I had to be objective, like,
If you had to be objective, okay.
Those 5 are, like, you know, the ones that I would say are popping up.
Got you. All right, Stacy, throw out your 5. Who do you think's in there?
Well, of course, we're going to have Sentenced to Be a Hero, Frieren. I'm probably going to go with Hell's Paradise and Fate Stay Fake. I can't think of a 5th one. And I don't want to say My Hero because I think that would be a given, right, name? But yeah, I think that's it. I think it'd be that 5, with Vigilantes being the 5th one.
Okay. Angel, what you got?
Yes, sir. We got another man in the cold.
I would say Frieren. I would have to say Hell's Paradise. Fake. You already know. Fake. Strange. Yeah.
Fake.
What else?
It takes practice, Angel.
Yeah.
It takes practice.
Sentenced to Be a Hero is up there. I would have to also say My Hero. It's not that I'm a great fan, but I know a lot of people are fans of that particular anime, so I would have to say it's up there.
Name.
Y'all making names so happy.
Switch to decaf name.
We're up, boys. We're up.
All right, Sci-Fax, let's go. Top 5 anime so far for you in winter.
Oddly enough, it's going to be kind of the same as Angels there, which is Frieren is that's my top one right now. Jujutsu Kaisen has been pretty fucking awesome. Shit, I'm trying to Sentenced to Be Your Hero. That's another great one. Hell's Paradise has been particularly awesome. And then for a 5th one, I'm kind of on the fence with a bunch of other people because I've been trying to watch a bunch of the ones you guys have recommended, and I'm trying to find one that I actually liked. And I can't really think of one. Maybe, I guess, Trigun, the first episode of it.
Oh, you've been watching Trigun?
I watched the first episode of it, and I thought it was pretty decent. I don't know if I like the anime style, but it's like, I think those are the 5 that I've actually watched, because I've tried a bunch of the other ones, and even some of the recommendations that because even me and Name the other night, or it was like maybe a month ago now, but it's like we went through a bunch of the first episodes of some of these, and we were like, what the fuck is this? You know, I mean, I'm not calling him like Brandon out, but it's like some of his recommendations, I was like, this is not good, man. I don't know, but it's like, if you like it, that's on you. But yeah, I didn't. But yeah, those would be my 5.
So mine were again, same as you guys. Frieren, JJK, Sentenced to Be a Hero, Hell's Paradise. And the last one, I was thinking about throwing Jack of All Trades in there just for fun. But yeah, I was like, I don't know if I've been enjoying that, but I have been enjoying Dead Account. That one that we saw at Crunchyroll's Anime Nights.
Is there more of it out now? I didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're well into like it came out that first week, so it's like about episode 7 or 8 at this point. And it's actually,
have you been liking it?
I've enjoyed it. I've actually enjoyed it. It's between that one and Jack of All Trades, because Jack of All Trades just got good in the last 2 episodes, 6 and 7. I'm gonna lean towards Dead Account, but Jack of All Trades could easily surpass that one and finish up. But let me go ahead and show
can I
you guys.
add something onto Dead Account? Can I add something onto Dead Account real quick? Like I'm also enjoying it too. Like we all joke about, oh, it's a JJK copy, but something I like about it is like, and I haven't seen the rest of the episodes. Like I'm caught up, but I don't know what they have planned. I like how they're taking their time with like the characters. Like they have a pretty sizable cast. And I like JJK, cast, but one of my criticisms of JJK, it kind of felt like they just kind of throw you into like nonstop action. Like you barely get any time to like spend with the characters. So I like that Dead Account's like, letting me, see these characters so I can like, grow with them and like understand like, why I should be like cheering for them, like whenever they inevitably like struggle in the big battles.
Okay. Golden Kamui is also good. I'm halfway through the first season. Got you. Alpha Omega says Sentenced, Fake, Oshi, Frieren, and Kamui. Okay. All right. I haven't seen Golden Kamui. I've heard nothing but good things. Oshinoko, I saw the first season. I was like, that's not really for me. But, if y'all like it, that's nothing wrong with that. Trigun Stampede was season 1. Stargaze is season 2, which is airing right now. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I think what Cyfax was talking about was season 1, right?
No. I said Stargaze. Yeah, no.
Oh, so you did say Stargaze. Okay. All right. All right, cool. All right. So here's the top 5 according to comicbook.com. Number 5 is Hell's Paradise season 2. I'm enjoying it. I think this is top shelf, man. Great season. Picks up right where season 1 left off. All right, Gabi Maru is a badass. He's just doing him. He's being what we all knew he would be. All right. And, the story of the Tencent and how that thing is playing out, it's absolutely great shit, man. So I'm loving Hell's Paradise season 2. Number 4, Sentenced to Be a Hero. I think we all kind of knew that was coming. Sentenced to Be a Hero is really, honestly, it could be the best one. It could literally be the best one of so far. I mean, they got it at 4. Every episode is so good. I
would say it's the best.
I actually like how they're.
I remember doing our.
Sorry.
I'm just saying to DA real quick. Like we did because we saw it early when we went to that anime release thing, and we saw the first episode of it, and we were kind of, I don't want to say we were lackluster on it, but it was like I think we were both kind of like, it was okay, but I think it's gotten better by far.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gotten a lot more interesting, because that first episode I was like, it left you wanting, which was good. Like you want to see more to see if it gets better. And I feel it definitely has. Like it has probably maybe some of the most potential going forward of a lot of these. So at 4, that's probably understandable, because
I would say in this season I think it's the best original anime, because like a lot of the ones that we've been like talking and listing, they're all like sequels or like what's it called, spin-offs or remakes, and this is like an original. This is like the first of its like in its kind. So I would say this is the best original anime if we were to play like semantics.
Okay. Fair enough.
I can see that because I'm like, so far I'm a good ways in, and I'm like, there's more to this than meets the eye, and that's what you want in a story. You want something that's going to make you go and then say, "Hey, wait a minute, what is there something happening behiing the scenes here?" Because that's
hey, hold your thoughts on Sentenced to Be a Hero, because that is going to be our last segment of the day. We're going to let Angel lead that, but hold all your thoughts, and then we can weigh in at that time. Number 3, Oshinoko season 3. I've never been. I get it. I know Oshinoko has a huge amount of fans. I'm not one of them. I mean, it's fine. It's just not for me. Anybody an Oshinoko fan here on the panel or in the chat?
I never even heard of this.
I didn't think so.
I think you'd have to be a fan of Idols for that one. Oof.
Look, I love the opener for the first season. That opener was popping, man. That opening song was popping on the first season, man. I like that.
I heard.
What's that name?
I heard like there's like, you know, my cousin, he watches it. My cousin watches it. He likes it, but he also like he reads the manga, so like he's like, I don't know how they're gonna tackle that ending, man. So like that might be something that sours like the reputation of the anime if it doesn't like play out right. I don't know. I haven't read it, so I have no like dog in the fight. But like my cousin, like, you know, he's watched the anime, he's read the manga, so like he's clearly like a big fan. So like if he's saying that, so like, you know, I hope they land they stick the landing.
Okay. All right. That's Oshinoko. And then number 2, Frieren, Beyond Journeys in season 2. I mean, again, man, this could easily be number 1. I think, you know, of the ones that I've watched, this would easily be, you know, top of the list, in my opinion. It's a great season so far. We're halfway through it, but I think this is, you know, definitely could have been number 1. Enjoying it. Think that the characters really just pop, and that's really the major thing that you want in the anime. You just want the characters just to capture you and take you along on this ride, and that's exactly what it's done. So yeah, that's number 2. And then of course number 1, you guys probably already figured it out by what wasn't mentioned, JJK season 3, which is another, you know, excellent season of JJK so far. So good. No real argument here, you know, because you can switch any of these top 5 around and make an argument for any of them. I personally think that Sentenced to Be a Hero, I'm enjoying that a lot more than I thought I was going to enjoy it, number 1. And even when matched up with stuff like JJK and with Hell's Paradise, I still think Sentenced to Be a Hero is top tier.
Are you enjoying it more because it's new though? Like,
it could be that just different new characters. Like we've already seen 2 seasons of JJK plus a bunch of little spots in movie theaters, and you know we know these characters, so that could be it. And Sentenced to Be a Hero is just new, and I'm just digging the character. I love Silo. I love the character. Teorita, I think that those 2 characters.
You always want the new hotness, not the old and busted, right? New hotness, not old and busted.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the new girl is better than the ex-girl. That's just how it goes, But yeah, that leads me to this, of course. And Angel, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this because we was talking about it. And Angel said, "Yeah, I want to talk about Sentenced to Be a Hero." So here we go. Sentenced to Be a Hero, which gives the isekai resurrection trope a dark, brutal twist. Endless resurrections come at a horrifying cost in this gripping anime series. So that's the little headline from Polygon. I just pulled it up so we could get a nice little picture. Angel, talk to us, man. What's good with Sentenced to Be a Hero, man? I think this is, again, one of the top anime so far this year.
What I'm really digging about this anime is the fact that it kind of reminds me, in regards to the story of the heroes, the aspect of them like X-Men, like mutants. Like they have these abilities, they have these powers, but yet they're sentenced to utilize it, and yet they're still regarded by everybody else as swine, as like the bottom of the barrel. In regards to what they're doing. So I admire that aspect, that they know that they're at that bottom of the barrel, but yet they still fight for everybody else. And that's kind of like when you look at the X-Men cartoons and the X-Men storylines, some of the aspect of what they know human beings do not like them as mutants, but yet they still go out there and they still fight for human beings. Teorita, I'm liking her aspect in regards to her being the goddess and everything, but yes, she's starting to show emotions. She's starting to show that she has a little bit of a human side besides being a goddess. And in this last episode, you started to see the jealousy. She was jealous. It's the first time seeing that goddess being jealous of her hero having somebody else in her life besides her that he loved and cared about. So this cartoon, I keep saying cartoon, but this anime has so many different layers and aspects to it. Especially with each hero. Each hero's story is unique and it's just very interesting to be able to dig into it. Like each character on there could have their own spinoff. I can't think of the name of the one that's kind of almost lost already. Like he's just wild, but he's real powerful. I cannot think of his name, but he rose with the one that thinks he's a king. Man, what is his name?
Which one?
Oh, one of the heroes, the one that's like kind of almost, he's been resurrected so much that he's almost brain dead in a sense. But
yeah, is that the dude that can that kill people?
Yeah,
is that him?
Yeah, the one that was just in there just killing people. But this is a real good anime, man. I suggest a lot of people.
His name's Tatsuya.
That's it.
Yeah, he's crazy, man. He's a crazy character, man. I like this little this arc, the Marine Fortress. I guess this is an arc because we got part 1, part 2, and I think part 3 is probably next. This arc is really good, man. Like this is they are cooking with this shit, man. Mm-hmm. This is one of the fieriest animes that I've seen in the last couple of years, man. And it's like you just said, Angel, man, any one of these characters could be like the protag and go off and do their own thing. And I would watch, I would be locked in and glued in on it.
Same.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, like you got
Angel. Well, I'm sorry, Angel. I didn't want to interrupt because this was his spot, right. But yeah.
But Angel hit it on the head with this one. It's really good. Like you got every single hero. You've literally seen how they became this, but there's still more. But the thing is, like, they're doing it properly. They're adding like new twists when it works. And they're also making you ask, why is it like what is going on? It makes you ask the question, what is going on behind the scenes? Because that's where you really want to focus on, not just what's going on in the battlefield, but you want to say, like, what is going on that we're not seeing.
Yeah, there's definitely some plotting going on behind the scenes of these guys being in these positions. I'm starting to think they're just finding strong people. They're just finding some of the strongest, knights that are out there. And they're just saying, all right, man, we need somebody to fight the demon blight at the front lines. And so we're just going to sentence these guys to like a life of, battle because they're the strongest. And, we can just keep sending them out there and they'll kill these guys off and they'll keep them at bay while we just kind of kick back. I'm thinking that's what's ultimately going to be the case where these guys are just basically sentenced to be heroes because they're so damn good at what it is that they do that they're just basically stringing these guys out there, even though it's like, we've done nothing wrong. Like, it's like, hey, you know what? You're too good to be just a regular holy knight. We got to put you under this, this curse really to, continue to die and resurrect them and bring them back. Come on, bring them back. Because we got to send them back on the front line. But every single time they do that, they lose their soul. And so this shit is crazy. It's so good.
Yeah. And the new enemy that they just introduced. Ooh.
Yo, that guy is fire, bro. Bro,
I don't want to get on his bad side, whatever side
Hell
that is.
No. Oh my
bro,
God.
And to build on Angel's point earlier, the fights are amazing in this, but I also like the little like character moments. Like, Angel brought up like Terrorita was like jealous earlier, but I think another cool moment I liked was in the earlier episodes, like one of the rules that was established is that the gods can't hurt humans, or the goddesses can't hurt humans, and then or like it really pains them to do it. Like it's like against their their nature. But like in these few episodes, like Terrorita like straight up just tells Lito like it hurts, but I'm willing to to like hurt someone for if it means like saving you. And that was like a really cool like character moment. So like I like that these characters are evolving. Yeah.
So what do you think the odds are the guy who's sentenced to be a hero is actually a god who was sentenced down?
I don't know.
Right now, the way things are going in the story, anything could be possible.
Yeah,
And I think that works for it.
yeah.
Well, I mean, just think about the way anime goes in general. It's like more than likely that's why there's a bunch of people who are like, I don't know, helping him out and whatever. He's actually one of them. Like whatever. Like it'll be that.
But to me, he has that kind of 90s or 80s action hero feel. Like, you know what? You can all follow me, and I'm gonna show you why y'all can follow. I'm gonna show you why you're supposed to follow me. And you know what? Even though I may have this attitude, you know everything I'm doing is genuine. And that's a lot of things that you've seen in a lot of the action heroes back in the days. And that's the feel that I get from the hero. Like he's genuine with everybody, but yet he knows that these battles is going to be tough. He has to sacrifice some things, but it's all for the greater good. And it makes you admire him more and more each episode. But, you know, he's really getting into some dirt right now. Like, I don't want to spoil it. We don't talk spoilers.
Yeah, that's the hard part, because you want to talk, but we don't want to spoil it. You know, we kind of gave you a teeny bit of a spoiler with the Jack of all trades. We'll keep it down here. But I think this, again, in my opinion, this could be #1 anime in this winter. And I would be like, yep, sure is. You know, somebody could say it's Frieren. Yep. All right, Frieren's #1, or JJK. Yep, it's JJK. It could be any one of these three. If you wanted to throw in Hell's Paradise, I might argue with you a little bit more on Hell's Paradise, but I still think Hell's Paradise is in the top 5, and it's really doing a good job as well. We cooking, man. We eating great right now. If you're an anime fan, man, you are loving this winter, man. Look, Angel, Stacy, eating, man. This is the good shit. All right, let's wrap things up. Hey, everybody, thank you for your participation. We will, of course, talk more about Sentenced to Be a Hero. I might bring up Hell's Paradise, might be the one we talk about next week, because we've pretty much hit all the major ones. We talked about JJK, we talked about Sentenced to Be a Hero, we just talked about Jack of All Trades today. Is there any big major ones that we've missed? Did we talk Vigilante's name? I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't blame you.
Hey, names on the stream. Vigilantes is just implied. Okay.
Dude, DA, I know you. DA, look. I just want to say, I know you got PTSD from last stream, but you're missing one crucial segment.
Oh, we do have one more topic. All right, I told Name I would save this one for last. All right, so you got some stuff we need to bring up.
Everyone, if you want to leave the stream, it's on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen there. Like, you just hit that
Name. Look, Name gave us great information last week.
Tip your waitress on your way out, folks.
That Name cook.
Super Sentai. That segment was great. That's going to be going up soon on Anime Heads, where we talked about Super Sentai coming to an end. Name wants to talk about another major event. It's nothing coming to an end. It's actually a guy that's still rolling along strong. Hiroshi Fujioka. And I do have that up here if I can find it. You know what it is, Name? I had it at the beginning of my deck. I think I had it at the beginning of my deck, and I skipped it. So let me go back to the beginning and find it. Unless you got something you want me to share instead.
I think Name just put something in the
okay, you got something to share.
It's his official account post. So on this like X account or his Twitter. So
okay, all right, there we go. So let's start with this.
Okay.
No. We'll start with what you gave us. All right. So Samurai Hiroshi turned. How old is he? Name?
80.
Can you hear me? 80 years old. Samurai Hiroshi.
80.
Talk to his Name. What's up?
Samurai Hiroshi, is that not the most Japanese name you ever heard?
Wait. Sorry. I think we got a major delay going on. I don't know who's delayed out. Somebody's delayed. But, all right, Name, this is your segment.
I'll come back.
Go. No. You good. This is your. And then he drops off.
And there he goes. There he goes.
Name
this is literally the thing that he wanted to talk about.
Every time we're talking, we're fine. Name's like, look, he almost has the chat delay. You know, chat is behind by about 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's like, I think you're right. I think he's like lined in with the chat or something. But maybe it's him, maybe it's me. I don't know. But yeah, he had laced that up in the chat. He was talking about this guy, Hiroshi. Wait, where is it at, man? This is what I was trying to find. I closed it out, and I got to go back and find it. This is what he had posted up. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, it's the exact same thing that he was sharing with us. So this here, this is his. Yeah, so that's the guy right there. All right, Hiroshi Fujioka, and
uncle.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of these old school actors that has been around for a minute, and has really built the I guess you could say built like the live action side of things with Japan, playing live action heroes and everything. And that guy is a legend out there. All right, Name is back. Name.
He looks like one of those people that still has that same
my
haircut
computer is getting
today.
Yo, sorry about that, guys. My computer's getting fucking fried with all the shit I have saved for this, and it's not as bad as last time, but my computer just can't take it. But so
close all the hentai out immediately. Close all the hentai immediately.
Bro, I can't.
All right,
that. But
you can't.
This guy.
I'm trying to find where is it at? There it is. All right, Name. The floor is yours. What do you have to share? All right, should we start with this?
Yeah, you can pull it up again. So I think like we all if you guys like played had any Sega consoles like back in the day and you saw those ads, he's the actor for Sega Sanshiro. So he was that dude.
That's why I remembered him.
From where?
If you want to pull up a picture in the meantime, you can. That's him, bro. Like. And
there was a guy who looked like he was a martial artist while like wearing a white karate gi, but he was mainly used to promote the Sega Dreamcast. And that's him.
That's him. So that's like how a lot of people in the West like know about him. And then like, Kamen Rider's a little niche, but he's the first like actor to play Kamen Rider. He played the character Takeshi Hongo in the first Kamen Rider series. And he basically like, bro, you don't like have tokus like there's a lot of like different like tokusatsus, but I think like this is one of the big ones. Like this guy's a goat. He's 80 years old, and I think this is like a recent photo. I don't think this is like an old photo. Like bro still has like black hair at 80. I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck did they put you through on Kamen Rider? Like,
I'm sorry, but that looked like a novella picture, like he was part of a novella.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, dude.
Yeah,
like most dudes over 45, even if they got black hair, it's not natural.
There's a little bit of gray there. But yeah, his birthday was literally 2 days ago. Wow.
Yeah, and this is him with his son. So like, it's a really cool story. I know like people have opinions about nepo babies or whatever, but his son took over like the mantle of like his character in Kamen Rider. So like a few years ago they shot a movie and they needed like a younger version of the character he played, Takeshi Hongo. So they cast his son in it, and he actually did pretty good in it. And nice. Recently his daughter got cast as a Kamen Rider too. I actually have a video about that. Hold on, let me pull it up so my fucking computer doesn't get fried anymore.
Ooh, this made me think about somebody else's daughter that I was seeing today. Ooh, Lord. Manny Pacquiao's daughter.
So, oh yeah, I saw that.
Can we get an angel? Can we get an angel rating on that, Angel?
Ooh, Lord. I got no complaints. We'll talk about that Sunday. Or maybe tomorrow's night.
Is she pushing like 250? Because like Angel's all about them tortas though, so I don't know.
No, she ain't a torta, dude. She's not a torta.
Y'all need to calm down, man. We gonna be hanging out at MegaCon. I don't want nobody throwing fish. Everybody gonna be getting mad and get salty.
Out MegaCon, I'm gonna be the fill-in for T out there. I'm gonna be throwing all the jokes, dude.
All right, Name, what you got next, bro?
This is too crazy.
Oh wait, I see it. Okay, this one right here.
I put another link in the chat. So like that, this is a really cool thing. So this is the we talked about the man himself as the character, and this is like someone cut like a compilation of like all three of like the Fujioka family members that are in Kamen Rider. So on the left you have his son that we just saw. In the middle you have him, and then on like the right you have his daughter. So like it's just really, this is like a family business to them, bro. Like,
and they all have his.
Wait, who is his daughter? Was
The
she
one on the right.
it's the one on the right. Yeah.
Was she? What? Who was her character? I mean,
I'm not sure. I haven't seen that. This is a newer one. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, this
I'm
is a new one.
to
Okay.
Kamen Rider.
Dude,
I'm
his
also,
daughter,
like,
his
new to
daughter
Kamen
has
Rider.
like the sickest outfit. That outfit is dope.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was looking at. I was like, wait a minute, that ain't Tackle, so I don't know who that is. But
Bro,
man, they look good.
that dude. Like, I don't know if that's like if there's a lore reason, but she has like a Wisconsin University shirt. I'm like, bro, is that?
Oh
Wisconsin?
yes, you're right, huh?
It's like, bro,
But they got his jeans though. They all look exact. Like I'm telling you.
They all look like
she picked that sweater up after
Yeah.
they bombed a certain area and they just dropped free clothing over there. But don't worry about
bro,
it. That's what she got.
it's pretty sick.
Dude,
Like
They
hit
people.
I love the transformations, man. That shit's just so cool.
bro. Stacy,
I
what
love
were you
these
gonna
little
say?
transformations, man.
They can claim nepoism all they want. No, I don't care. This is too good because you got the son literally saying, "Okay, I'm going to carry the torch my father had," and you got his daughter playing basically a new original character, and they're making it seem so flawless. Dude, you can go ahead and claim nepotism all you want. That's just good
Yeah,
skill.
her costume is fire. Her costume look good.
Yeah, I mean, bro, like just looking at like this small clip, like look at the like the precision like they have. Like you can tell that they got the coaching from their dad. Like I think they even said it. Like they when they got cast in the role, they're like, "Oh, Dad, can you help me with the pose?" Like, and it shows.
Yeah.
Calm down,
like,
That's
Tony.
good shit, man.
I've seen like some of the when like he I've seen like his like children are on like X and Twitter too. So like when his birthday like messages were like overflowing and like everyone was giving praise, like they posted about it too. They're all praising him as like a cool dad and all that. So I'm glad to hear we hear all this shit about like Hollywood and like bad parents. I'm glad to hear like at least like one dad's like a good role model.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like he taught his kids well. They got in on the family business.
Yeah.
So dope, man. Happy 80th
I mean,
to
like,
Hiroshi Fujioka.
Well, if you're also gonna,
I got
you're gonna get the nepo, you're gonna get the nepo baby responses, but at the same time, pay homage to the person who did it for you. And if you're paying homage to your dad, like I got nothing but respect for that. I think that's
Absolutely.
Awesome.
But
You got more for his name?
Nothing but respect for this man.
You should
I
ask that
got a
man.
few more, and then like we'll close it out. We're close.
Okay,
I got a few
all
more,
right.
Then just like
I
I got a clip
say-
of him, like the.
All right,
the
wait,
original
hold up.
show.
We got this YouTube. Oh, we got a video. All right, hold on. Let me bring it over.
Yeah,
This is a short clip. We don't gotta.
DA, do not
gotta
let
get
name
started,
cook too much.
Yeah, we know. We
Don't
talked
worry,
about
don't
it
worry.
ahead of time.
I'm already. I got this. So this is the original. This is from the original show. So like this was like back in like the 60s, 70s, like look at just like we talked about last stream, but like look at the like the kind of like evolution and effects, like the kind of things they had to do like to and then like comparing to that now with all like the CG, the technology that we have, like these guys were like doing like this level of like cooking back in the days. Like they had to come up with all sorts of ways to like do it. And I like how they recreate that in Tojima, where they do that little jump to transform. I think that's just super cool.
I mean, just looking back in the 70s, you just got to imagine like none of their bad guys had guns, because while they're sitting there doing the slow motion, they'd just be like bang and just shoot them dead. But I mean, I get it. Whatever.
Yeah, I got another clip.
I got another one. I see
this
it.
one's a little long.
That doesn't just apply to
This
Japanese
one's,
stuff. That applies to all 70s.
This is
Yeah.
this is from a few years ago. So this is like, I think he shot this like when he was like 69. But
So
So he,
this
like,
is
just think about
okay.
he,
Oh, that's
this
Shocker
is
out
him.
there. Look at him.
Yeah, this is him
He's
at
throwing
69
down.
doing like his own stunts. Like he's
What?
doing his own stunts for.
And this is at what age?
69.
I think he's 69 and
Damn.
Okay, whatever
69. Pause.
Pause.
whatever his training regimen is, I want that. Because if he can do that at 69, you know that's some good fitness.
Yeah, I can't even do that at 36, man. I got a
Yeah,
long ways
and then
to
like
go.
just thinking about like
Exactly.
dude,
Oh,
for
that's
real,
sick.
like
Yeah.
and you just think about like what like some of like what Hollywood has done to like some of our like iconic heroes like Luke Skywalker, like and then just like looking at this, like I think they're giving him proper respect in this one because like
Well, that's how you're supposed to do it, man.
He's, like,
you're supposed
he's
to
aged up,
pick.
but like they're not making a fool out of him. Like he's still kicking ass.
That's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to send your legends out on top. They're not getting their ass kicked, sitting in a cave, saying the Jedi need to die and all of that crap. Nah, man, they out here. No, we still doing what we was doing way back when I was on top of my game. That is dope, man.
Well, I don't know if you guys listen to country, but
again, we say this all the time, man. Japan knows how to handle business when it comes to their entertainment and when it comes to their characters. They take care of business, unlike us in the West. All right. They got this old man sitting at 69 years old, like he hasn't missed a step. It's like, yo, I'm jumping in there with you, Pops. Yeah, let's go.
And you know what's crazy? Great. So like, you know what's crazy? So like in the original filming of like Kamen Rider, he was an actor and he was also the stuntman for his character. So he's doing his own stunts on like some Tom Cruise shit. And like I think like around episode 10, he got injured doing. He got injured in a motorcycle
Hold on, man.
accident.
That was badass, man. Did y'all see what he just happened?
Yeah.
Look at this crap, man. He pulls out the Robin Hood. He drops it in the thing. It shoots out. It bops these dudes around. Bro, and it flies out. Oh, that's dope.
Bro, this is the Robin.
Hey.
This is the Robin Hood we should have gotten, bro.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
We should have gotten. Yes.
Is this what led to the Kamen Riders where they were all using cards for their special stuff?
I don't think so. I think that I know what you're talking about. That's a different series. I think it's Ryuki. Are you talking about Kamen Rider Dragon Knight?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're either talking about Ryuki or Kamen Rider Decade, which I have. Again, guys, I'm a novice to Kamen Rider. This is all new to me too. I don't know as much about it as like I do Sentai, but I know a good bit here and there. But so you know what's crazy about this is that Hiroshi Fujioka, he wasn't just acting as Takeshi Hongo, he was also doing his own stunts. And in the original show, the filming of it, I think around episode 10, he got injured doing a motorcycle stunt because back in the day, like that's how like they were doing the Kamen Rider transformation, like the motorcycle was part of it. So like he was like out of filming for a while because he was injured and he couldn't film. And instead of like killing his character off, they just kind of like they just kind of like sidelined him for a bit, and they brought in a new Kamen Rider actor who brings in like the belt transformation that like is pretty much like a standard with the brand right now. And then like once he fully recovered, they brought him back like into the show. So I don't know, man. Like it's crazy he got injured, but like I'm glad to see that he's healthy. Like he's like still living healthy, and he was able to come back and do this. Like because a motorcycle incident, like with like this kind of stunts they were doing back in the day, like man, it's crazy.
It's awesome, man. This is absolutely awesome. Yo, any more name? Any more?
I have two more. So, and these are quicker. Right. So, like, this one is, so like, you sometimes you hear in Hollywood like these people like they'll have like a big pop off on like a movie or a TV show, and then like as they advance in their career, they don't want to be associated or be a part of it. But Hiroshi Fujioka still like treasures Kamen Rider. Like this is from behind the scenes of the recording of the anime Tojima Wants to Be Kamen Rider. So for like all the instead of like getting pure archival footage of his voice, they actually got him to come to the studio to dub over new lines. So like I don't know if it's like they use archival audio or not, but you know, some of the lines that he does in the show are original, are new. So I think that's a really cool
wants
detail.
to be a common writer.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey man, that's dope, man.
So I think
respecting your legends, man.
Cool
respect
that,
your legends, respect the history. That's what we love to see.
Respect to the legends and respecting and building upon the legacy.
And also
that's
like
what they're doing.
Yeah.
And also like on the actor side, respecting like the roles that respecting the thing that puts you on the map. Because like I'm pretty sure like he had like he was like already done some stuff too, but I would say this is his biggest role. And sometimes like you see in Hollywood like some actors, they don't want to be associated with the role after they've done it, but this guy, he loves Kamen Rider. He says it's like one of the treasures of like Japan, and I kind of agree with him.
Sick, bro. Sick.
Yeah.
All right. Was that the last one?
Yeah, that was the last one, because like the other one we talked about before stream, there's like some music involved, and we don't want to get the channel in trouble. So
yeah. Got you.
But that was
all right, guys.
It was just
No, go ahead, Name. Wrap it up.
Nah, it was. I just wanted to like segue into like one final point. Like the reason why I bring up like this actor, like we've seen like several actors in the past few days, past few weeks, past few months, like great actors like pass away, and I think like right now, while these actors are still like here, we celebrate their work, we celebrate their life, celebrate their legacy, and also like he's just a cool actor. Like if you check his Twitter, he's like I don't know if it's actually him or if it's like an assistant posting, but he posts some base shit like from time to time. Like he's tweeting a lot, and I'm like, is this him like tweeting? Because if it is, he's pretty fucking base. And we always talk about like Hollywood and how like all these actors, they're causing trouble. They're always shit talking their audience. And it's just refreshing to have like a non-problematic actor. Like if you go to like Anime Expo and you go to like one of those panels that have like a voice actor like sit in with the audience to like watch a premiere of their show or like do like an interview, they're always so humble. Like they only like all they talk about is the job. And at the end of the panel, thanks to fans, like thank you for supporting my work. I hope you continue to watch the show. I'll do my best to to deliver a great performance. And it's like that's what I'm missing from Hollywood. Like I just want an actor to like just talk about your craft, just just be gracious to the fans instead of like intentionally causing division. Like we were seeing like
a little humility, right? Just having a little bit of humility when you're out there as a performer, as an entertainer, because your fans are your customers. So you should treat your customers with some respect. So
and like you guys brought up solo camping for 2 earlier. I went to the AX premiere for that one. They had like the two voice actors there. One of them was like a veteran, and one of them was like a newbie. And they were really, really cool. They're really gracious. They answered the questions. They thanked the fans, and it's really cool because like after the panel, I walked up to them because like the veteran actor, I followed his work, and I was a fan of his from like another show, and he didn't have to like usually protocols like after the panel ends, they just like kind of shuffle them off, but he stayed there to like talk to the fans, to like sign things. Like he wasn't like if he wasn't paid to do that, he just wanted to, and I really think that goes like a long way in like cultivating like fandom, and whether or not like I'm going to continue like supporting your product, buying your product. And this is like something that I've been doing ever since I started watching anime. We always talk about like who's going to be the next big star. Like I'm just like looking in other places for like stars that I like now. I'm starting to take note of like anime voice actors that I like. In terms of like we're watching live action, I'll take notes of like what actors that show up a lot, what actors' performance I like. Same with like directors, composers, music. Like it's it's no longer just Hollywood for me. Like I'm no longer just like just looking towards Hollywood for like all the greats. I'm starting to like expand my horizons more, and it just like that's been a real joy, like finding more actors that I can like throw my weight behind.
That's the beauty of it, man. When you discover something like anime, if you're just coming in, somebody earlier was saying, hey man, I'm just new, what should I watch? What kind of shows do you guys recommend? And that's really cool about anime is that you discover something new almost every single time you watch. Like we just start like we're all watching different shows. Okay, like none of us are watching the exact same things. We have some things in common, but it's like, hey, I just picked up Solo Camping for 2. And some of you guys are like, wait, what's that? I don't know what that is. You know, Cyfax might be watching something that Name's not watching. But here's the point of like us coming together. We can share what we're learning and what we're discovering. And if we start talking about a show, you out there in the audience, you might find something that you like. Okay. So many of you guys have turned me on to so many different shows. And I got a list on this screen right here of things that I have, you know, I have to watch, you know, because you guys have been recommending it. And I'm like, okay, at least see the first episode and see if it catches me. But that's the beauty of anime. You'll discover different actors. You'll discover different movies, TV shows. You'll discover different, you know, things like Name. And he has a love affair apparently with Kamen Rider and with Super Sentai. And so he's been, you know, getting us up to speed on that. And that's great. That's great because like the Super Sentai segment from last week was awesome. All right. A little long, but awesome. You know, I loved it. And I think, you know, we all can, you know, learn a little bit from how Japan does their own media. Maybe, you know, one day Hollywood will figure things out. Maybe not. I don't know. But, you know, we'll leave it there. Any last words on that, Name?
Oh, just one more thing. And this is the one we talked about. Just play this one muted. So there's one more thing. It's like a really cool thing. Like in relation, like I was thinking about like, you know, Hiroshi Fujioka turning 80. And then like I was like, you know, watching Tojima. I never skip the openings and endings, even if like, you know, I'm pressed for time. That's just something I never do because if I'm given like a meal, I'm going to eat the whole meal. You know, I'm not, I used to be a picky eater and then I got that beat out of me. I'm just kidding. No, my parents were good parents. No, but so this is like, you know, this singer. So this is another thing that I like about Japan, you know, and, you know, we talked about them respecting the actors. So like they also respect the singers too. So like, the singer or one of the singers for the opening in Tojima, he was really big in the Showa era, so like the 60s and 70s. And I have a clip of it in the StreamYard chat. You can play it muted. I just need to play like the first few segments. Like they brought him back to record like an opening, and it's like he sings this. If you guys listen to the opening, he sings the second part, and it's great. I think he's 75. And to think that he can still put out like those like powerful vocals at that age, I'm like, damn, bro. Like, first of all, like it's cool that they're honoring him.
This guy here,
yeah. So
all right, wait. Let's listen to a little bit of him.
Start from the beginning. Oh yeah.
Yo, how old is he?
He's 75.
Dude, he is singing like that at 75. That is awesome.
If anyone told me he was 75 and I heard that, I would never believe it.
Dude, like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, dude, I never skipped the opening, bro. Like,
oh yeah, no, this was an opening I didn't skip either. Look, I ain't gonna lie,
yeah.
I skipped some of these openers.
Mm-hmm.
I skipped some, like skip intros,
intro. Like,
but this is one that I never skipped.
Dude, when the drop hits for his voice, that shit is so gas, bro. Like I love it. But you know, like I'm sorry, like I'm glad that Japan, like they actually honor, like, you know, they're like elders, and I think that's a big, not only just like a big part of the culture, but I'm starting to see in like they're reflecting their anime too, because another like popular anime, Kaguya Love is War, they actually brought back like a popular love song singer who had like no experience doing anime songs. They brought him on because, like, you know, the theme of their show is like love, and he sang a lot of love songs in the past, so they brought him on to do the theme songs. So I think it's like really cool that they're finding these ways to, like, you know, bring in these legends of like their
they don't just toss them out. They just don't throw them away.
No, because that's history that goes with it. That's a lot of history that goes with it.
You love to see it.
You know how, like, you know, sometimes, like, you know, anime, like they change the opening, like, you know, halfway through, and Tojima is like one of those like long, like 24 episode animes. They've kept this opening because they're like, this guy is he's just like that, because usually they change the opening.
Hell yeah.
You know, this guy, they're like, how could we change it, you know?
Absolute legend, man. All right, guys, that'll do it. Let's talk about last thing. We're gonna leave it on this. We got a lot of big episodes coming up. Frieren, JJK, you know, Sentenced to Be a Hero, you know, whatchamacallit, Jack of all trades. Any big episodes or anything you're looking forward to more than the next? Like, what's the biggest like anime episodes that you're looking forward to for next week? Name. I can see you ready to say Vigilantes, so we just gonna let it go. No, not Vigilantes. What is it then?
You guys go first.
I listen. I'm honestly, I'm looking forward to the next episode of Jack of all trades. That's kind of why I was talking about it tonight, because I was like, yo, this last 2 episodes, 6 and 7, were absolutely, just amazing. So I'm looking forward to the next episode of that more than anything else. And I'm looking forward to all of it. But I think Jack of all trades has my interest. I'll be watching that the moment that it drops just to see what happens. So that's what I'm looking forward to next. Stacy, what about you, man?
Well, the next episode of Fire Force and Sins to Be a Hero, because I'm really into the to the back behind the scenes stuff. I'm like really wondering what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. Yep. Angel, what about you? You're high. You're muted.
Sorry. Senses to Be a Hero. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to it. Just after the cliffhanger of the latest episode, I'm looking forward to the next one. So
cool. And Sci-Fax.
Well, mine's simple. It's just Frieren, because I mean, judging based on the way that animes have been going lately, we're due for like an action style episode that's going to really showcase some more of her powers and like to really show how badass she is. And I always find those episodes intriguing. I mean, I love the backstory, like I was mentioning earlier, but if we can get an episode to showcase more of that, I'm looking forward to something like that.
Cool.
That's about it.
All right. Name, last but not least.
Does it have to be only one episode? Can I list out like several? Because like,
oh my God, man.
I'm not going to extend it too long, but you guys have.
I want to see them all, man. I'm so interested. Yeah.
3 hours later.
3 hours later. But guys, come on. I'm sorry for playing into the meme, but Vigilantes is like the next episode is the conclusion of the Aizawa arc. And then we're going to get into some crazy stuff. So like, we're not only going to get like a really like, I think it's going to be an emotional episode, because you're going to like see why Aizawa is the way he is when you see him at the start of My Hero. But then it leads into like, and this is a cool thing, and I hate taking this time, but they switched the arcs so like Aizawa's arc was supposed to come after the next arc in the anime, because in the manga it's that the Aizawa arc closes off like the act 2 of Vigilantes, but they switched it for the anime. I'm assuming to build hype, because like the second act is actually really, really cool, and if they pull it off, I think DA is gonna have to give me the driver's seat for one of these streams and put Vigilantes on the map. So I don't know if they do it good, but if they turn it into One Punch Man season 3, you'll never hear from me again.
Name could go to Africa and sell Vigilantes to any tribe out there, and they'll just start watching it like for nothing. I just believe that he could do that. Name would just go out there and just sell it.
That's funny.
Yes, watch this. They'd be like, bro.
Okay. Vigilantes.
Also watching Kamen Rider Zets, that's a big one. Tokusatsu. You guys can catch it on the Tokusatsu channel, but it's getting interesting. It's like, again, I know everyone's busy with like watching anime and like, keeping with the Hollywood stuff. You got to drop Starfleet Academy, DA. But I would check out Tokusatsu if you guys have time. It's really, really fascinating to see like what they can do with stunts, seeing like the evolution of like, effects, and like, it's just really cool, man. Like, you guys been liking the clips that I've been showing. So like, jump in at any time. Like you can just kind of jump in at any show, I'm pretty sure. So yeah.
All righty. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Go subscribe to everybody up here. Angel, the casual reviewer, Stacy Gardner, and Sci-Fax. Name still don't have a channel. We're gonna get him one though before all is said and done. Name is gonna get a channel. Yeah, he just out here talking anime. He could be having like one of the top anime channels out here.
You don't even need hang out with us. You don't need a channel. Just clip out the last 35 minutes. clip out the last 35 minutes of this stream and start your channel and be like, here's
DA,
my 30 minutes.
That's what I'm about to say, bro. That's what I'm saying. DA wants me to start my own channel because he needs to quarantine all the Sentai and Kamen Rider stuff over there.
No. DA wants you to start your own channel so we can quarantine the vigilantism over there. That's
yes, there we go. It's over there. Like, now go watch Name. Just give a link to your channel and that's it. All right, guys. What do you guys got coming up? Stacy, we'll start with you.
Got a new episode of Marvel Cosmic Invasion coming up tomorrow. New episode of Fairy Tail on Sunday. That RPG is coming to an end, so I gotta go through my collection, see what game I can do for Sunday RPG, and then it'll be back to the grind next week with more episodes of Sonic Cross World Racing, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Cosmic Invasion and Fairy Tail again.
Sounds good. Thanks for making it out, bro. Appreciate it. Angel, what you got coming up, my guy?
Got some video game live streams coming up with Arc Raiders. I'm gonna be doing that a little bit tomorrow. Go on my page, check out the latest videos that I put up. I put up a video, I put up a couple of shorts as well, so go out, check that out. And also looking forward to the member stream tomorrow. So please join us for that. And on Sunday, the DA's office. So looking forward to that as well. And getting ready for MegaCon, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's right. Don't forget, we got a member stream tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure the exact time because I do have to run an errand early in the morning. So it'll be sometime after that when I get back. All right.
Can I pull up and preach the gospel on the member stream?
No, you cannot. We ain't gonna name the link. Everybody else.
You knew he was going to try that. You knew he was going to try that.
All right. Man. And then Cyfax, last but not least, sir, anything you got coming up on your channel?
Yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing a sidecast tomorrow night, probably around 4 or 5 p.m. Western time. Other than that, I'm going to be doing gaming streams. Same thing as Angel. We're actually playing like Arc Raiders together. And then next week, I believe Resident Evil 9 drops. I think that's what it is. I'll be streaming that as well. And I'm going to be doing mostly gaming stuff and then just sidecast until MegaCon. And then obviously I'll see as many of you as I can out there in MegaCon. We'll be hanging out after MegaCon. Yeah, the schedule will be changing after that. But until then, it's going to be gaming and chilling.
There we go. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Is there anybody I can bounce you guys to? Hold on. Let's see who is streaming. If anybody, probably not. It is pretty late. It is pretty late on a. Nope. Everybody's gone to bed. So we're the last ones up. Everybody hit the lights on the way out. Thank you very much for hanging out with us on another Anime Nights. We are starting to clip some of these and throw them up on Anime Heads. So if you're subscribed to Anime Heads, you've probably seen a couple of clips. The Super Sentai one is going to go up. I'll probably get a couple from this stream as well. Clip them, go over and support, and that'll help boost that channel up and get more viewership. Leave comments, all of that good stuff. That helps out a whole lot. Subscribe and everything. Everybody, thank you very much for your support. And we'll see you tomorrow for the members that are here in the chat. I see Tony. I see Dragon Master Zero still hanging out with us. Who else? Let's see. It might just be the two of y'all that's in right now. Hang out with us tomorrow on the member stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see y'all on the next one. Take care and have a good evening.
Peace.
Later.